Good evening. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Front Line Blacc News. This is episode season 2, episode 36 of the Front Line Blacc News. And I'm your host, Chan Krumah. We might be joined by Lady Che. I'm not exactly sure. She said she's dealing with some situation. She didn't really go into detail about what the situation was. The show must go on. I think our West Coast correspondent, Shabaka Sankori, is going to be joining us as well. So y'all be tuned. Stay tuned for that. Um, on tonight's episode of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, we will be discussing several things. The first thing that we will be discussing is Tangibles 2022. And this is going to go all the way through to 2100, but we're going with Tangibles 2022 to Tangibles 2024. Next topic is going to be Trump and Kanye West both announced they are running for president in 2024. Kyrie Irving's Hebrew Israelite army makes their presence known in New York City. Shanquella Robinson of North Carolina is killed in Mexico. There was two mass shootings this week, but we're going to focus on the one that's not really getting any kind of media play, and that is the Walmart shooting in Chesapeake, Virginia. New Jersey White Supremacist calls police on little black girl. Unhoused neighbor news and unhoused neighbor sweets. So I'll get us started. This is the year and a decade of tangibles. We are demanding something tangible for our vote. So any politician that's seeking your vote demands something tangible for your vote, including myself, because I have officially filed for mayor of Denver, Colorado as of April 4th, 2022, and the election is April 4th, 2023. And including myself, demand something tangible for your vote, Black family. Stop just giving your vote away just to be voting. Vote because you have an agenda and a cause, and that agenda is the Black agenda, and that cause is reparations and ultimately liberation. That is the ultimate goal of liberation um, of our people from this white supremacist system. Um, and including myself, demand something tangible for your vote, Black family. The days are over of us just voting just to be voting. The days are over of them fear mongering us into voting. And unfortunately, I see a lot of our people still went out and voted in the 2022 midterm elections. There was nothing tangible specifically offered to us, but yet many of our people are still on the vote blue no matter who treadmill. And how's that working out for us, Black family? It's not. The two-party system is not working for us, but yet so many of our people continue to vote blue no matter who. They're on the Democrats' treadmill, Democratic plantation, still in 2022. And we're about to go on to 2023, and our people are still on this damn treadmill to nowhere. So back in 2020, brother by the name of Tariq Nasheed came out with the hashtag Tangibles2020. And back then, we were fighting over who was going to be the president, Biden or Trump. Many of y'all, which are still waiting on y'all to call on the Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, voted for Biden. Because you said, oh, well, we got to vote for the lesser of two evils. It's still evil at the end of the day. But that's what y'all said, and we're still waiting on y'all to explain what tangibles we're going to get from the Biden administration. So let me give y'all a refresher course on what Tangibles 2022, or rather Tangibles 2020 was all about. Shout out to the viewer. So back in 2020, better by the name of Tariq Nasheed came up with the hashtag Tangibles 2020. And in that, he was explaining that we need to reject the 50-year-old malign neglect policy that was being implemented by the political system. This malign neglect policy mandates that Black Americans should be ignored and only mentioned in vague and non-specific terms. Lumping foundational Black Americans into groups with minorities, immigrants, people of color has only hindered the progress of Black Americans as a group while providing tangible benefits for other groups. In this election cycle, Black Americans are going to insist that our needs are specifically met by politicians who are seeking our vote. Foundational Black Americans want tangible benefits, specifically for us. We do not want trickle down secondary benefits that are provided for every group. Every group has not been systematically marginalized and disenfranchised in every area of society as foundational Black Americans. So we refuse to be lumped in with groups that often assist in the exploitation and disenfranchisement of Black Americans. So politicians must offer tangibles, specifically the foundational Black Americans, or we simply will not vote for them. Be sure to spread this message far and wide on social media using the hashtag Tangibles2020. So, Black family, that's what we've been doing for the past 2 years. We've been spreading this hashtag far and wide. But many of y'all still haven't gotten the memo. So we're going to continue to spread this hashtag. And as we go on to 2023, it's going to be Tangibles 2023. And as we go on to 2024, it's going to be Tangibles 2024. And that is when the next presidential election is going to take place. So, tangible benefits specifically for us. I don't understand what's so hard about that for people to comprehend, but many of y'all still continue to vote blue, no matter who. And that is not working. So here on Front Line Blacc News, we've been pushing that hashtag for the past 2 years. And we're going to continue to push it until it gets drilled in your head that any politician seeking your vote, including myself, you need to demand something tangible for your vote. Everybody else demands something tangible for their vote. Every other group demands something tangible for their vote, or they just don't vote. Look at the Asian community. Their numbers are less than ours, yet they get something tangible for their vote. The alphabet group, LGBTQ, they demand something tangible for their vote. They get something tangible. The small hats, they demand something tangible for their vote. They get something tangible. Black people are the only people that consistently go out and vote and get nothing tangible for our vote. We just keep doing the same old, expecting a different result. And that is insanity. And somebody has to break the cycle. So here on Frontline Blacc News, we are breaking that cycle. We are voting for people that are going to do something tangible, specifically for our people, foundational Black Americans, descendants of American chattel slavery, the people that built this country. And we are owed, Black family, we are owed a debt. It's not a handout, it's a debt that is owed to us, and that is $100 trillion for past, present, and for future atrocities that the United States government, this corporation, continues to put our people through in 2022, going into 2023. So I hope this explained what Tangibles 2022 all the way through Tangibles 2024 is all about. This is seriously going to be a marathon, not a sprint. We've been saying that since day one. So we're running that marathon. CIP to Nipsey Hussle. We are going to take our victory lap. And if it takes several election cycles for that to occur, so be it. Somebody got to break this cycle of insanity. Of voting blue, no matter who, not getting nothing tangible in exchange. Politics is an exchange, not a gift. Quid pro quo. If I give you my vote, I demand something in return. Every other group understands this, Black family. But we are the only ones that do not understand this. I don't know what it's going to take for us to understand it, but platforms such as Front Line Blacc News, The Revolutionary Agenda, and Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced are here to enlighten you and educate you on the political process in the city, in the state, in this country, and ultimately in this world. But we are based in Denver, Colorado, so we focus on what's happening here in Denver, what's happening here in Colorado, and what's happening in the United States. And our lineage is traced back here to the United States. So our main focus is foundational Black Americans, descendants of American chattel slavery. That's not excluding the diaspora, because as you can see behind me, there is a red, black, and green flag. And the brother that made that red, black, and green flag told me it was strictly for Black Americans. So rest in peace to George Cook, brother out of Colorado Springs. He made that flag. So please don't get it tangled and twisted. We are definitely FBA all the way over here. So I'm waiting on our West Coast correspondent. He said he was going to jump on. Well, while I'm waiting, we're going to move us to the next topic. And that is Trump and Kanye West have both announced that they are running for president in 2024. So what does this mean, Black family? We're going to dive into that right now. Copyright. There goes the copyright. And here we go. I'm going to take the earphones out. So okay, so this is from NBC News. And it says Trump announces 2024 presidential run.
Moments ago, former President Donald White House speaking at his Mar-a-Lago compound in Florida. Here's a portion of what he said. Tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States. Thank you, please. Thank you. All of you. Thank you. Thank you. So many incredible friends and family here tonight. It's such a beautiful thing. Some people say, how do you speak before so many people all the time? When there's love in the room, it's really easy. If you want to know the truth. Really, you ought to try it sometime. Together, we will be taking on the most corrupt forces and entrenched interests imaginable. Our country is in a horrible state. We're in grave trouble. This is not a task for a politician or a conventional candidate. This is a task for a great movement that embodies the courage, confidence, and the spirit of the American people. This is a movement. This is not for any one individual. This is a job for tens of millions of proud people working together from all across the land and from all walks of life, young and old, Black and white, Hispanic and Asian, many of whom we have brought together for the very, very first time. If you look at the numbers, if you look at what's happened with Hispanic, with African American, with Asian, and just look at what's happening. This is a party that has become much bigger, much stronger, much more powerful, can do much more good for our country. This is a job for grandmothers and construction workers, firefighters, builders, teachers, doctors, and farmers who cannot stay quiet any longer. You can't stay quiet any longer. You're angry about what's happening to our country. Our country is being destroyed before your very eyes. It's a job for every aspiring young person and every hardworking parent, for every entrepreneur and underappreciated police officer who is ready to shout for safety in America. The police are being treated so badly. These are great people that can straighten out the crime. They're the ones that know how to do it. We have to give them back their respect and their dignity. This will not be my campaign. This will be our campaign all together.
We're just listening to the former president there, Donald Trump, announcing his run for office 2024, trying to seek re-election one more time. Will be his third presidential election. Among the issues he hit: inflation, border control, gas prices, crime. A lot of the same issues we heard from the GOP during his midterms. His campaign motto, if you will, America's comeback starts right now. Our NBC political director, moderator with the press, Chuck Todd, joins us now. Chuck, we've been watching the speech as it's still ongoing in full transparency. We're running a portion of the announcement because obviously the former president had a lot to say. Some things true, some things not quite true. What is your take on the speech so far? We're noticing the energy levels and the tone of the speech.
The energy seemed down. Maybe it's too late at night. Being at 9 o'clock at night, he seems, dare I pick a phrase, low energy. He just doesn't seem. I mean, I think about him going down the escalator the first time that he announced. There was bravado in his voice. He doesn't. It is not a happy warrior tone. It really is. You can hear some of the bitterness in here of losing the presidency and having to get it back. You can tell someone wrote a speech that says, "Hey, make this a movement. Don't make this about you." So he articulated that very directly, but you can tell when the words aren't his. We've covered him a long time. You always know when it's him, and you always know when it's something that when he's going on, when he's just reading from the teleprompter. But what's interesting is he's announcing at a time when a whole bunch of people in the Republican Party are begging him not to announce. Some of them are just like, "Can you delay a month? Wait for Herschel Walker." He did do before he officially announced, he did do a gesture to Herschel Walker's campaign, but I can't help but think all these Republican senators that are upset that he's announcing today, they actually had the power to prevent this moment. He chose not to convict him at that second impeachment after the January 6th insurrection. So it is interesting to hear them complain about this moment when they actually had the power to do something about that might have prevented this moment from happening.
He's reviewed his 4 years in office, and he left out, and so about the last 3 months, he left out COVID and left out January 6th. Completely left that out, and then pivoted to start attacking the current president.
He did, and he's also trying to blame another country for his election. He threw that out there, trying to start a conspiracy theory to paint President Biden as that. It is interesting. We're talking about people around him. The way they're trying to make it seem better than it looks right now is, hey, he loves being an outsider, and if the establishment wants to attack, that means he.
West Coast correspondent.
Hey, what's going on?
Did you just catch the tail end of what I just shared?
Oh, yeah, no, what it was, I was signing back off in the studio right there. And as you can see, what I got posted up here is Reparations Now. And I'm currently reading this book here called The Panther's a Black Cat.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just covered Tangibles 2022, Tangibles 2023, and now I just finished covering Trump running for president in 2024.
Okay, all right. With Trump running for president in 2024, okay, I came across some information that he had cussed out Kanye West recently, in Mar-a-Lago, Florida. And I believe Kanye had put up a recording, up on his Twitter page in regards to it. And then the sad part about it is that Trump was yelling at him not to run. But what is sad is Kanye sitting up there talking about that he wants to run. Okay, it's because, you know, as what our narrative is that if he's not dealing with the tangibles, I mean, if he's not doing anything for self-sufficiency, you know, and reading in this book right here that was written in 1971 by Reginald Mayer, and the title of it is A Panther is a Black Cat. You know, came across information about, you know, economics, controlling and feeding ourselves, and then and coming across the data right here, you know, in the early years, you know, they were heavily influenced by Malcolm, and particularly the part, you know, about that we must have our own land, you know, which is a tangible asset, or a tangible real asset that we need in our self-sufficiency, you know, and our liberation. And then, as you can see, I got the watch right here, you know, signifying what time it is.
Yeah. Time is now. Reparations now. Yep.
Yes, sir, indeed. You see, you know, and then to, you know, they have the wealth to do it. You know, just as I was coming across some information earlier this evening, speaking, you know, with a friend about how land, you know, is a factor of production, and then also too, like of how the land will go barren and non-reproductive in an agricultural sense, you know, if it's mistreated with all these pesticides, GMO plant seeds, things of that nature right there. And that does in turn, you know, affects our health both physically and mentally, and also spiritually. So we appreciate those, you know, tuning in to Front Line Blacc News. I'm Shabaka St. Corey, the co-executive producer of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on Blog Talk Radio. Our co-executive producer is the one and only Che Nkrumah, otherwise known as Jesse Parrish, running for mayor of Denver, Colorado 2023. Definitely support this brother in Denver. And if you can, you know, donate to his campaign, regardless of where you are, that there be greatly appreciated. And definitely check out our Cash App of Cash App Shabaka St. Corey, you know, so we can keep our platforms up of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. And so what we're doing here on StreamYard, the revolutionary agenda as well too, and frontlinecampaign.org.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so I'm going to move us to the next part, which is Kanye announcing that he's president now.
Yes, sir. And from what I understand, based on, you know, the conflict that he's getting from Trump, I'm thinking he's trying to seek the Republican nomination.
Yeah, he said something about he wants him to be his vice president.
Yeah, wow. Okay, I mean, the madness is real, folks. Okay. When are we going to have to, what is it going to take for us to realize is that this two-party system is not going to work for us, for our interest? You see, when are we going to recognize that fact? Okay. And then the sad part about it is you have all this cognitive dissonance against Mr. Kyrie Irving as well too, is because here you got Shaquille O'Neal, Stephen A. Smith, and Charles Barkley referring to that man as an idiot. I mean, what is that?
Hold up on that. That's going to be the next topic, but I want to get to this Kanye West thing first about him.
Yes, sir.
So this is from YWION. I don't know exactly where they're from, but they did a story on Kanye West running for president. So we're going to play that real quick.
All right.
Kanye West is making headlines again. This comes after his insisted that he will run for president. President, Donald Trump, to his running mate. Nowadays by the name of Ye, took to Twitter to hint at his potential candidacy. A CEO of 24 was written on the post. The next US presidential elections will be held in 2024. He also posted a video of himself where he was seen talking about a meeting with Donald Trump in Florida. In the video, he talked about asking Trump to be his vice president. Take a look. I think the thing that Trump was most perturbed about, we asking him to be the vice president, and Trump started basically screaming at the table, telling him he was going to lose. I'm like, hold on, Trump, you're talking to me. I also posted a poll on Twitter about Trump's response to his proposal and asked what Trump's response was to joining his presidential bid. Meanwhile, Trump also talked about his meeting with Ye on Truth Social. He said that West asked him for advice concerning some of his difficulties. Trump also said that the two of them got along very well, and that he encouraged Kanye West to run for president. West has been caught up in a range of legal troubles and controversies. Legal troubles and controversies in recent times. Unhoused has launched a probe into Kanye's alleged misconduct with his team. Last month, he was heavily criticized for making anti-Semitic remarks last month. The German sports apparel company also severed ties with Kanye West after his remarks, and his account suspended from Twitter. Kanye West was reinstated on Twitter by Elon Musk after taking over the social media platform. Ran for president in 2020. He, however, got less than 7,000 votes and came in 7th place. Video is now available in all countries.
Okay, so this is an international news outlet. Yeah, so Kanye wants to dump to be his running mate in 2024.
I mean, so it's going to show you it's a circus already, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a circus already, and that there's the more reason to vote for you as mayor of Denver, Colorado, is because you've been getting a lot of negative stuff. Is because you've been saying black first, okay, and then there are those who say, well, that's racist and this, that, there, the other, but reparations first. I mean, why can't a black public servant or a black politician take care of his people first? And then, of course, he's going to address the other issues of the community. But for some odd reason, when we talk about, being self-sufficient, you say, we get all kind of backlash, on that. And in this book right here, I have some things here. Okay, when it comes to the police or the policy enforcers, of the government, they most definitely, want to smash any attempt of our self-sufficiency. Is because I'm looking here in this book in regard about how the Oakland Police Department, and I'm going to read here, this is the police chief at the time, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, and I'm going to read this first couple of passages right here. Okay. All right, the jungle. Oakland is a cracker town, a 44% black urban plantation, a center of bigotry, a segregated dead end for people of color, and the birthplace of the Black Panther Party. To understand Oakland is perhaps to comprehend why an escalation of the tactics of black revolution in the form of political orientation dedicated to the overthrow of American institutions began in the ghetto streets. But these insights are available only to those who are willing to empathize, if not identify, with the human condition that led a Huey P. Newton to insist that black political power must proceed from the barrel of a gun. Okay, now, your Second Amendment, right? Okay. All right. Now, they even go so far as to say is that the black condition in Oakland is not really separate from that of whites. In reality, the fact of blackness only serves to concentrate disproportionately within a physical minority the effects of a generalized disregard for human worth. Panthers refer to themselves as the vanguard, an assertion that compels them to adopt the role of being that minority amongst blacks, which demonstrates some of the political realities of black existence. They maintain that the vanguard position automatically results in their attracting a concentration of the repressive reflexes of those who maintain law and order through racism. Yeah, you see, that is very, very interesting. And then also too, there's a passage in here from let's see here. This is that you're gonna find very, very interesting. Okay, just bear with me right here. Okay. And I know I should have had this here ready at first, but oh boy, okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this right here. Okay. This here is the beginning of chapter 2, Keepers of the Peace. Okay. The racist dog police must cease their wanton, brutal murder of black people or face the wrath of the armed people. Huey P. Newton. All right, next quote. The Black Panther Party poses a real threat to the peace and tranquility of the city of Oakland. Then Oakland Police Chief Charles Gaine. Okay. Oakland Police Chief Charles Gaine condemns the Black Panther Party. He finds the assertion that police do not protect and police the minority community is ridiculous on its face. He insists the Black Panther Party has no practical implemental program, and he feels it is irrational thinking that gives rise to a movement such as the Black Panthers. His poor opinion of the Panthers is shared by most law enforcement officials. Okay, that's even to this day. Okay, just look at what we're mentioning that was happening with these mass shootings, okay, Kyle Rittenhouse type of individuals and things of this nature right there, Derek Chauvin type of stuff. And we're not even going to talk back in this time when this writing was done, the murder of Denzel Dowd, by the Richmond Police Department, the murder of Deadweiler in Los Angeles at the time. Then, of course, what happened with Mr. Marquette Fry doing the watch riots and what have you, the murder of Fred Hampton. You see? Yeah. And then they're wondering why we are addressing issues of tangibles. And then quite naturally, of course, as we do know, is that the police departments are policy enforcers and that they're involved from the slave patrollers, or commonly referred to as the patty rollers, and which gave them that authority was the Fugitive Slave Act of 1857. Yeah. So the redundancy of this man, Kanye West, talking about he wants to run for president, plus have Donald Trump as his vice president, just goes to show you the dumbing down effect that has happened to our people, ladies and gentlemen, in the last 50 years. Yeah, definitely. And as the anchor man, Ramal has stated, we went 150 years deeper into slavery. With these regressionary tactics, with these regressionary ideologies. You see? Because ours is philosophy. Guys like Kanye West and Stephen A. Smith and Barkley and all of them referring to Mr. Irving as a idiot and things of this nature right there, as opposed to objectively trying to identify what this man was talking about. You see? It's redundant within itself. Okay. All right, now let's look at Ben Carson, the former secretary of HUD, Housing, Urbanization, and Education. See, and he's talking about that our people were brought here in chains on slave ships because that they were seeking for American democracy. And as we stated on our last podcast of Shabaka's Black Experience, the pilgrims, and their treachery, you see, and their hypocrisy.
Yeah.
You see, and the sad part is that the indigenous people, you know, have helped save these fools from starvation when it was so cold then in 1699, and look how they returned it.
Yep.
So, and guys, yes, sir. And Kanye West, you know, he's not going to address any of these issues if he runs for president.
No.
Anyone that has Trump as his vice president? Sir, that is an act of redundancy within itself.
Right.
So why should we, you know, as a people, waste our time, you know, worrying about Herschel Walker and Mahadnock with these Democrats and reptilians? You see what I'm saying? Because neither one of these parties mean us any good.
That's right.
And then all of you Biden supporters, once again, you can call into Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on our next presentation at 516-418-5996. And we're yet to hear from you. We understand why you're not calling. Because you've been hoodwinked. You've been had. You've been took. You've been bamboozled. The ancestors already left this information for you.
Right.
Well, you know, why is Trump saying that, calling Africa shithole countries and all that? And then, of course, when Trump had, what was her name? Omarosa thrown out of the White House.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see? Now, they trying to bankrupt Kanye. But, you know, Kanye is a billionaire. He's got enough money to buy the presidential election. He's in a position, you know, to do some moving and shaking for black folks, but he ain't.
Yeah. But is he?
See?
Does he have a black agenda? Is he going to do anything specific for black people?
Exactly. Of course not. And what proves this is look who he's selecting, trying to get to be his running mate.
Right.
I mean, Brother Che, I agree with you, man. It's laughable. It's ridiculous. It's comedy.
It is straight comedy.
Yeah, really. I mean, man, you know, they ought to go up there on Saturday Night Live with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See, but when we come up here, you know, for righteous stuff, reparations now, and what have you, and then reading over material that the ancestors have left, and then to quote the words of a wise Asian man, okay, he said, in any given situation, take what is useful and leave what is useless.
Right.
And Kanye West is useless in politics.
Yes.
What Kanye needs to do is immediately cut you a check for about $25 million for you to become mayor of Denver to help with the unhoused situation.
That's right. But he ain't going to do that.
Exactly. Because even these guys here back in 1966, they said we want decent housing fit for human beings.
Yep.
And I forgot, and I had the 10-point list with me around here. Okay, I can't put my hand on it, but of course that was one of the 10 points. And then also too, the decent educational system that teaches us about ourselves.
Yep.
See? You see what I mean?
Yep.
And then also too, you know, and let there be more funding for historical black colleges and universities. And also, too, let's have some of these curriculums with the black colleges and universities, you know, be Afrocentric. Because the only thing that's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, with all this all-inclusiveness, we're going to get flushed right down the toilet again.
Yeah, so you pointed out 0.4 and 0.5 of the 10-point program.
Yes, sir. Okay, do you have the 10-point program in front of you or readily accessible?
Yeah, let me share it real quick.
Uh-huh.
They got a tapestry. They got a tapestry for sale. $51.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the viewer.
Okay, we got a viewer.
Yeah, I see you.
Oh, okay, greetings.
Tapestry. There we go. See it?
Okay. Okay, you had to pull it up, yeah, because it's in fine print. I got eyeglasses on, but I ain't as young as I used to be. If you could zoom it in. Okay. All right. Okay, you could zoom it in again, sir. We're getting there. That's what happens when you get old, folks.
I don't know if I can zoom it in anymore.
I got glasses and everything. Okay.
But yeah,
Okay, number 4. Okay, we want
freedom. We want power to determine the destiny of our Black community. 2,
yes, sir.
2, we want full employment for our people. 3, we want an end to the robbery by the capitalists of our Black and oppressed communities. 4, we want decent housing fit for shelter of human beings. 5, we want education for our people that exposes the true nature of the decadent American society. We want education that teaches us our true history and our role in the present day society. 6, we want all Black men to be exempt from military service. 7, we want immediate end to police brutality, murder of Black people. 8, we want freedom for all Black men held in federal, state, county, city prisons, and jails. 9, we want all Black people, when brought to trial, to be tried in a jury of their group or people from their Black communities as defined by the Constitution of the United States. 10, we want lands, bread, housing, education, clothing, justice, and peace.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, particularly with the educational point right there. And this is why, I've stated, on here on StreamYard and also on our podcast and all on other platforms as well too, is that, if we don't have education of ourselves, then how do we know how we fit in present day society?
Right.
And then when we do get education and get knowledge of ourselves, we should be bringing that knowledge to ourselves first before you going out there volunteering it to other groups, because you could best believe that these other groups, okay, are going to do it for themselves. But the inclusivers, you see what I'm saying? They can't see that. You see what I mean? Okay. And that's not hatred. That's not hatred. Other groups say, well, you Black folks need to pick yourself up by your damn bootstraps. Okay, great, beautiful. But when we try to do it, you call us a bunch of racists.
Yeah.
You see? Now, the thing that pisses me off about that is the hypocrisy of this bullshit.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing like what Hollywood does, giving us no justification. You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing that they're pushing some flick called Devotion by the Navy aviator during World War II. And I would imagine, and that's quite natural, of course, at the same time of the Tuskegee Airmen and what have you. Now, all that knowledge them brothers got of aviation, all that knowledge that they got of geography, all that knowledge they got of, I would imagine, weather patterns and stuff like that. But couldn't we take that same amount of energy and put it in for ourselves, with the same knowledge, with the same input, as opposed to the oppressor?
Right.
And then as Malcolm has said, and somebody put up a great clip about the Kyrie Irving situation where Denzel Washington, who portrayed Malcolm X, and by the way, I believe it was a few days ago in the year 1991 that the motion picture this time of year premiered in Los Angeles and Westwood, I believe, starring Denzel Washington. But anyway, but as Malcolm had pointed out, in his lecture, you see, you got the field Negro and you got the house Negro, you see. So O'Neal up there, Barkley up there, you know, Stephen A. Smith up there, you know, y'all refer to that man as an idiot. Now, you could easily got up there and said, well, I disagree with the brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're not going to sit up there and call no white player an idiot or this, that, there, the other thing.
No.
Oh, who don't want to make no waves? You see? You see? And what that there Malcolm said, that's that syndrome of boss we sick.
Mm-hmm.
You see? And this is all what Kanye West is doing, you know, running for president. Selecting Trump or requesting Trump to be his VP. Boss we sick. See?
I'm gonna move us.
You know
to
what
our
I'm
next
saying? Yes.
Yep, you're right, Sparker. I'm gonna move us to our next topic. That is Kyrie Irving.
Yes, sir. Okay.
This Hebrew Israelite army makes their presence known in New York City.
Okay. All right, elaborate, and I'd like to get some commentary, you know, from some of our supporters right here.
Yeah, so this is from Yahoo. It says Black Hebrew Israelites support Kyrie Irving ahead of Nets game.
Okay.
Guess the Griot staff wrote this. So bear with us, Black family. In a press conference Sunday, Irving did not completely distance himself from the thesis of the film that led to his 8-game suspension. And that film, just in case you didn't know, was from Hebrews to Negroes, Black America. NBA player Kyrie Irving returned to the court with the Brooklyn Nets after an 8-game suspension Sunday. A mix of reactions varied as the Black Hebrew Israelites met outside the arena to show their support for the team's star guard. According to Sports Illustrated, Black Hebrew Israelites gathered in large numbers outside the Barclays Center ahead of Irving's game. When the Nets beat the Memphis Grizzlies 127 to 115. CBS Sports that several group members distributed radical Hebrew Israelite propaganda flyers. They passed out the same flyers on November 9th before the Nets beat the New York Knicks 112 to 85. The Brooklyn squad only home game during Irving's suspension. According to Sports Illustrated, Boston Celtics Jaylen Brown supported Irving as well, quote, tweeting a video of the group early Sunday afternoon with the word energy. Hall of Famer and former Celtics star Isaiah Thomas responded to the same video before deleting his tweet. Brown has reportedly voiced his support for Irving during his entire suspension. While it's evident that was planned with his Twitter message, he made clear in a tweet yesterday that he misunderstood that the Black Hebrew Israelites, what the Black Hebrew Israelites literally stood for. I was not aware of a specific group that was outside of the Barclays Center tonight, Brown shared. They're celebrating the unification of our people, welcoming the return of Kyrie to the court. Glance, I thought it was known fraternity, Q, CQs, Alpha, or the Psi, Phi, Stephen, showing support. The Black Hebrew Israelites movement, which has its share of commercial beliefs, is classified as a extreme group by the ADL.
It's classified as a what by the ADL?
an extremist group.
Okay, so the Anti-Defamation League says that the Hebrew Israelites are an extremist group.
That's what they're saying. It's noteworthy that Brown's working with the Donda Sports Group after Kanye West, the agency's founder, made anti-Semitic remarks. According to CBS Sports, the Nets on November 4th, he shared a link to Negroes Wake Up Black, anti-Semitic film. He initially to apologize, say he doesn't hold anti-Semitic beliefs, but he later expressed regret to the Jewish community for causing hurt. Still, in a press conference on Sunday morning, Irving did not completely distance himself from the film's thesis. In response to a reporter asking his views on the beliefs expressed in Hebrews to Negroes that Black people are the real Israelites from the Bible, Irving said, "Well, that was the intent when I was watching the movie. Was to have a greater or deeper understanding of my family heritage and where I come from." He added that he meant what he said in his apology about not wanting to harm anyone or their community. To learn about the lost tribes of Israel, to learn about Black history in a way where it's not degrading anyone else's history is important to me, Irving claimed, according to CBS Sports. As reported by Sports Illustrated, Amazon's Hebrews to Negroes Wake Up Black America asserts that Jewish people lie about the Holocaust and their identity and engage in a secret plan for world domination. Not all Black Hebrew Israelites hold controversial views like this or like these, but radical Hebrew Israelites are a subset of the group, and they believe anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. Now I'm going to play the video of the Hebrew Israelites outside the Barcades Center. So there they are.
Okay.
Lined up in formation.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I read this article. I'm just going to play this video from Twitter. So that's a videos. I got another video. It's more detailed of them marching through New York City. This is from IUIC, Israel United Christ Events YouTube page, and it says the Israelites, God's army, in front of the Barclays Center in support of Kyrie Irving.
Mm-hmm.
They've been lying for so long and living this lie of being Jews. They talking about, hey, Kyrie, you gotta come and speak to the Jewish Brooklyn leaders. Where are they? Come speak to us. The truth of this Bible was given unto you, Israelites. You got a problem with us being Israelites? Come talk to us. We're gonna bring you this Bible, thus saith the Lord. This gospel is spreading. You cannot contain the truth of the Bible. There's many things that's evil going on in the land of Israel, but there's no media coverage for that. But when Black people do crime in the hood, it's all on the news. It's all on the news. Who control the news? The Jewish media, like Kanye West said. Now let's see what color they are. They are Black. What color are the Jews? They are Black. If you're Black, you are Shemitic. So Kyrie Irving was correct of 6 things. Hey, guess what, Kyrie? You gotta come over here and make my little kid lunch. Hey, Kyrie, guess what? Can we ride you like a horse? Then you can get your job back. No, we're not doing it. Y'all gonna understand, y'all gonna learn that we the Israelites, we're not begging or breaking for nobody.
Okay.
And I got one more video to play. This is from Twitter as well. And it shows them marching through the streets of New York on the way to the Barclays Center. Okay, so there you have it. The Hebrew Israelites made their presence known in New York City in support of Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts on this, Shabaka? Shout out to our
Okay. Okay. That what my thoughts is on that is it's a controversial situation with Mr. Irving, but I'm glad to see that he is getting some support because the man, had apologized that I've seen the last 4 or 5 times. And then when you sit up there and see Barkley and Stephen A. Smith and Shaquille O'Neal call that man an idiot.
Shabaka, are you still there? You broke up. Shabaka? Shabaka, we can't hear you. We lost Shabaka, y'all.
What is true? Okay, you see me now?
Yeah, we lost like the last minute of what you were saying.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, what I was saying is that Mr. Irving has apologized as much as he could. He's getting some support. They're being very, very extreme and harsh on him as far as denying that man his revenue for his livelihood, regardless of how much he makes, because that was the same case with Muhammad Ali versus the U.S. Supreme Court. Of how they affect his livelihood, regardless of what he's getting paid. That's how the man makes his living, and so why should this man's living be in jeopardy? Although I'm quite sure Mr. Irving has a lavish lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? For saying what it says, and then when they come up to there and these other groups come up to us and talk about, well, we're people of color as opposed to black folks, you see what I mean? Where's the outcry on that?
Right.
You see, and then of course, if such outcry is voiced, oh no, well, you guys are racist and all that. So they're quite selective in this mainstream society about letting black men be men, regardless of whatever square that they're standing on.
Right.
You see. And then, just like what's happening with Kanye West, Adidas want to kill the contract with him and all that. But, he's still got enough. And from what I understand, West, on economical point, is coming out with another clothing line. You see, and he's talking about people need to support him. I'm up in the air about Kanye West because me personally, with his recent announcement of running for president and selecting Trump as his vice president, well, I kind of question your reasoning, son. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I really do. And it says because it looks like, for all practical purposes, you got one billionaire reaching out to another billionaire, as opposed to the brother saying, well, hey, let me go up here, and go buy about 15,000 motel rooms for our people who are unhoused tonight, for a couple of nights. Well, he's got enough money, he's got enough money, sir, to house 15,000 people for 2 nights.
Instead, he had somebody drop off White Lives Matter T-shirts to the Unhoused on Skid Row
In Los Angeles, that there was incredible, because we got wind of that story, about a week ago, about 2.5 weeks ago, I believe.
Yeah.
You see, so I don't understand that at all. You see,
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that at all, and it's kind of like what I've witnessed in the last 25 years, just as the anchorman has said, we have sunk 150 years deeper into slavery mentally.
Yep.
You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah, it is.
How come Kanye can't get with like Dr. Dre and get with FMJ out here in Las Vegas? You see what I'm saying? Just them three right there, man. Yeah, they got enough right there, man, to start launching some positive change for the Black community.
Right.
You see?
He wants to run for president.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Let's see.
They said he came in 7th.
And it's just as redundant for him to run for president as it is, with Herschel Walker. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Ward Knox. And then, of course, we're not going to talk about Uncle Tim Scott out of South Carolina. And that man got up there and said that America is not a racist country. Which was built on racism. Yeah. I don't know what was more ridiculous. Him saying that or Ben Carson, who's the former HUD secretary under the Trump regime, talking about, the African slaves who were brought here in the hulls of slave ships, they were immigrants and they were looking for the opportunity to what did he say, man? Some bullshit about to participate in the American dream. Man, are you insane? I mean, surely, Dr. Ben has got to be taking his own prescriptions, man. I mean, man, even his colleagues, man, and those out of his, let's say, his mind frame or his political views couldn't even get along with him on that.
Right. But back to this
and
Kyrie.
Yes.
So Kyrie is showing that he has an army behind him. And
okay, that he's got him some support.
Yeah, and they told him to stay in his place. The owner of the NBA told him to stay in his place.
Stay in this place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then, just on that premise alone, with them making such a blatant foul-ass statement like that, every black player in the NBA should not suit up for the next 3 weeks.
Right.
And hit them where it hurts in the pocketbook. And then go on and let them lawsuits, for them advertisement slots, go on and start hitting them in the pocket and let them get clogged up in that.
Right.
And then with the black athletes, it says what the heavyweight champion said in 1967. I'm taking this action right here due to moral consciousness.
Mm-hmm. So shout out to the Israel.
It's just a hit.
Israel United in Christ. We have a chapter out here in Colorado I'm pretty familiar with. Shout out to the young activist Isaiah Wright. They've been doing a lot of stuff lately. They're showing the support of Kyrie. They're standing with Kyrie, and they're showing that people can come together for a good cause and show unity. They were unified in their action. And I hope to the small hat media that has people backing him. He has his own people behind him and supporting him. So you're just not gonna what we say, buck break him and lynching him, publicly lynching him, and
Right.
have no repercussions for it.
Right. You see? And that's why during this Christmas season, every black person here in the United States, around the world, you shouldn't be spending a dime on Santa Claus.
Right. Take money out, take food out of their mouths. We're about to have, they said by 2024, we're going to have $1.8 trillion in spending power. That is like the ninth richest country in the world. Just black people in America.
Okay. Well, on the gross domestic product.
Yeah.
Which is the total amount of revenue spent for goods and services in a selected time, rather if it's a year, a month, 2 weeks, 2 days. But generally, gross national product is decided on a yearly basis. And then, of course, as we all know, is that major retail store change, major appliance sellers, you know what I'm saying? They get 50% of their sales this time of the year.
Yep.
See? So a lot of our people, you know, should be aware of that fact right there, too.
Right. Well, I hope a lot of our people stayed home for Black Friday. You know, we did shows on Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced about that and the history of that. But I guess because I mean, I didn't really hear too much about Black Friday this year. Usually they talk about, oh, the crowds were ridiculous and people were stampeding over each other. I didn't really hear much of that this year.
Yeah, exactly. Because I remember a couple of years ago, there was black folks fighting each other, you know, trying to get into them Walmart lines and all that type of stuff. Now that there is an extreme law of supply and demand right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now I could see if it was over food. I could see if it was over gasoline.
Right.
But for Christmas, come on, you know?
Yeah. So I'm going to move us on to our next topic.
Yes.
And that the sister out of North Carolina, Shanquella Robinson, killed in Mexico.
Okay. Was it Mexico proper or Baja California?
I think it was Cabo.
Okay, Cabo San Lucas is down at the bottom of Baja California.
Yeah.
And which is below the state of California in the United States. And I believe what separates, you know, I think, what do they call it? That peninsula from mainland Mexico is what they'll call the Gulf of California.
Yep. You are correct. So this is from ABC 7 out of San Francisco.
KGO. Okay.
And it says Shanquella Robinson's death. Mexican authorities pursuing case against the American suspected in killing. Mexico warrants American extradited on charges in death. A U.S. tourist seen beaten in viral fight video. Let's start this over.
This morning, a potential legal limbo as Mexican prosecutors seek to extradite an acquaintance of Shanquella Robinson, the North Carolina woman found dead while vacationing in Mexico. Authorities are not currently naming her, but say she's a direct aggressor against the 25-year-old after a video online too violent to show reveals Robinson assaulted in her hotel room. Mexican authorities issued an arrest warrant for that acquaintance, now back in America, for the crime of femicide, the act of killing a woman based on her gender.
On the one hand, the U.S. government is going to take this seriously, and on the other hand, it's not obligated to turn her over.
On October 29th, local police reports state that a Baja Resort County guest told medical staff around 2 in the afternoon that Robinson had drunk a lot of alcohol. a doctor determining she was stable but dehydrated, adding Robinson's acquaintances refused to send her to the hospital. The police report stating the Charlotte native went into cardiac arrest, declared dead by 6 p.m. But an autopsy different from that report, stating medical officials arrived before 3 p.m., quickly declaring Robinson dead from severe spinal cord injury and a dislocated neck. Robinson's family wants answers.
I'm just waiting to someone can be arrested. That's all I want.
So as for those contradictions, Dan Abrams says sometimes that can happen when you have different officials looking into the same case, but it can be problematic for prosecutors. Zorian Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Wow. Okay, out of Angel Town, huh? Yeah. Okay, so it's interesting, and whoever did this, hope they pick them up.
Right. So there's it looks like there's more videos or more articles. Let's see if I can pull them up. So now they're saying she received care before her death.
Okay. Now, was she seeking care to being drunk or with alcohol poisoning? Is because you can't drink too much where you can get alcohol poisoning.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Let's see what they say.
Okay.
So she was from Charlotte, North Carolina. She was age 20.
Okay.
Trying to find
And
out.
she traveled all the way to Baja, California from North Carolina, or did she could travel from Los Angeles?
I would say she was on vacation, so I think she traveled from North Carolina to Mexico.
Okay, because what happens a lot of times, people will go to LA, and then Baja, California is only like 2.5 hours south of State 5 to get there.
Yeah. Robinson of Charlotte, North Carolina, resort city of San Jose del Cabo on the southern tip of Mexico's Baja California Peninsula with 6 friends on October 28th. They stayed at a rental villa in Fundadores, an exclusive gated community with vacation homes and a private beach club, according to the Robinson family. The next day, Robinson they got a frantic telephone call from their daughter's friends saying she had died.
Wow. And they said that she died as a result of the beating.
Yeah. But why would you sit up there and let your friend get beat up?
Right.
Che. Hold on.
Okay.
Lady Che is with us. Greetings, Lady Che. Yes.
Hi, sorry I'm late. I apologize. Has some stuff going on. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Because because the bottom of the screen is kind of distracting me with on the StreamYard. I don't understand what's going on with that. It's recording or something. I don't know. Sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm late. Where were we talking about? I had to come back in because the audio was off.
We're talking about the sister that went on vacation in Mexico with her 6 friends that ended up dead.
Yeah. Okay.
Shanquella Robinson of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah. Carry on. I'll jump in. I gotta catch up.
Seriously, in Mexico. Shanquella Robinson was found dead in her hotel room last month while vacationing with friends in Cabo San Lucas. Her father says they were told she died of alcohol poisoning, but the autopsy says she died due to injuries to the spinal cord and her neck.
I know some shit, because this don't even add up right. It's like a nightmare, man. It's just, I can't even sleep. I'm just frustrated. My heart is just aching, as a father.
Well, this time, no one has been charged with any crime in connection with this case. The State Department will only confirm that a U.S. citizen died in Mexico.
Okay. Welcome back, Sebastian.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, let's be real, folks, about something. They say they got this bullshit with the U.S. State Department checking it on. They keep in mind that's a black woman, and of course, it's low priority.
Yeah.
To them. See, yeah, most definitely our hearts go out, to her family.
Yes.
But as you said, Brother Jay, it doesn't add up. Why would somebody stand there and allow their friend to get beat up?
Right. I got one more video.
Not unless, of course, all of y'all were under some type of duress, meaning was it robbery or somebody pulled a weapon on you or enabled or you were prevented, from doing some type of way, in my opinion.
Right. So I got one more video to play, y'all, and then we can have a discussion on this.
Okay.
In the mysterious death of 25-year-old American tourist Shanquella Robinson. Local officials have not yet named the person, but they're calling them a direct aggressor against the Charlotte native and have initiated a request for extradition from the United States. In video that is too graphic to show, one of Robinson's acquaintances can be seen physically attacking her inside the room of the Cabo resort where they were vacationing last month. According to local reports, on October 29th, one of the guests staying at the resort called for help around 2 p.m. Upon arriving, medical professionals were informed that Robinson had drunk a lot of alcohol. The doctor reportedly said she was stable but dehydrated, suggesting she may be treated at a hospital. The guests insisting she remain at the villa. The police report stating Robinson went into cardiac arrest and was declared deceased around 6 p.m. But those reports differing from an autopsy obtained by ABC News, stating that medical professionals arrived at the villa around 3 p.m. and declared her dead within 15 minutes, citing that Robinson died from a severe spinal cord injury and a dislocated neck.
For this to happen to her is just terrible. I just can't believe it. It's like I'm still asleep, like a nightmare.
After learning about the warrant, Robinson's mother telling ABC News they had been waiting for someone to finally be held accountable and arrested, adding that she just can't wait for justice to be served. The FBI is also conducting their own investigation. Victor Kando, ABC News, Miami.
Wow. And the plot just continues to deepen. Oh, I'm going to bring Shabaka back in.
Crash for some reason.
Okay, welcome back, Shabaka.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, so what are y'all thoughts on Shanquella Robinson getting killed in Mexico?
Okay, well, they need to launch an investigation to find out who she was down there with, and go jack them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they also need to determine if people were prevented from helping her. Meaning, did they? Okay, was there some co-conspirators with this? Because this shit, it doesn't add up, man.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't. It don't add up. Was she lured to this location?
Well, she supposedly went there with her 6 friends.
Right.
So the 6 needs to be looked at like, and then in that video, she got in a fight with one of them, and then all of a sudden she's dead. Are you on two devices?
Yeah, because I'm getting ready to kill this one right.
Okay.
I'm not too familiar with everything that's been going on with the news. This is one of the stories that I haven't really got too familiar with. So I just know that it seemed like a setup, and it seemed like they, from what I understand, um, they conspired to kill her, basically, her friends, whatever reasons. I'm not really too caught up on it, and I missed the first video, so I apologize. I'm not really that apt on this particular story, given all the stuff that has been going on the last couple weeks. It's been a lot going on in the news, so this is the one that I think kind of slipped through my mind cracks. Although I do know that uh, didn't Kyrie Irving put a large amount of money in her GoFundMe so
Yeah,
she could have a, yeah, I do know
$50,000.
that. Yeah, something like that. Some big large amount, and that was a good thing that he did for her. That was stand up shit. Um, I don't know what the beef was about, and I think that they all conspired. If one person did it, they all knew something was going on, so they're all guilty. And did they not like want to send her back to her house or send her back to her family or try to extort the family or some crazy shit like that? Something like I
Yeah, I
caught
think
bits and
so.
pieces of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught bits and pieces of the story in the last week or two, so I'm not really all that familiar. So forgive me, family. I'm just not really all that caught up on the latest events with this, but I think it's fucked up, and I think that you got to go all the way to fucking a country that's pretty much open to go get your ass and bring you back, or leave you in immigration jail out there. You don't want to be in jail out there, and you can't. Sometimes you might not even be able to pay your way out of there. You know. So
Right.
are they all back in the states now? Are they all back in the states?
I'm not exactly sure. Let me bring Shabaka back in here.
Yeah. I'm not really sure. I got questions, and I think I need to catch up more, delve into a little deeper.
Shabaka.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you have anything else to say about this?
yeah. I agree with Lady Che. It doesn't add up. You see what I mean? And from what we're hearing, is that there's other people with her, and it appears that there's this one individual, that's killing her. See,
Yeah, they're
and
they're, they're
bear
all
with me.
guilty.
Yeah,
They're all
Yeah.
guilty.
yeah. Bear. Well, yeah. So in other words, you got a conspiracy right here.
Yeah, I hope it was
Yeah,
worth it.
just bear with me, folks. They're going through this bullshit, with these cell phones and uploading a bunch of garbage.
I just want
Because
to know
I'm
what
getting,
what was the gain. Like, what did they get out of it? What were they trying to get out of it? Like, what was the motive of that? Because was it jealousy or animosity or something, like envy? Normally what I've been finding out lately is that there's always some undercover motherfucking jealousy somewhere for no reason at all. Probably it probably had nothing to really, what's really going on with that. I don't know. Definitely don't think that was friendship behavior for sure. Definitely
Nah, I
not.
think more, definitely more needs to be revealed on this.
yeah,
It's not adding up. There's definitely foul play in this. And then
Yeah.
there's two conflicting things. They're saying that she died from uh, alcohol poisoning, and then they said that she had a broken neck and a broken spine.
now how's
Uh,
alcohol poison going to give you a broken neck and a broken spine?
right. Not like she fell off a building or anything, right? She didn't fall off a building
Or maybe that she was struck, with some type of object,
or just
lead pipe,
fucking
brick.
beat to death. You know what I mean? That shit happens. Stomped out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Who knows? Like motherfuckers just seem to get really really aggressive with that, with whatever rage they're going on about themselves, and seem to have unlimited strength to do the worst shit.
Right.
So whatever set that off, but we don't know. We won't really know, right? Nobody's spilled the beans yet, right?
Right. You see?
That's terrible. And the way it looked, you would think they would already gave it up. They didn't look like they were built for that. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And then, of course, they're saying that she had a high amount of alcohol in her system, so she probably was lured to this location. And forgive the
How old
term,
girl?
yeah, and forgive the term, they maybe got her drunk like that to kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't be in so much pain. I mean, but how old is she? How old was she?
25.
Yeah, so she been drinking for a minute. She probably know her tolerance. It probably was maybe a little bit something else too. Maybe like maybe a spike. You know, or maybe shit just got a little out of hand. I guess motherfuckers, alleged friends just be holding on to some upset and let a rage moment come into effect, and she's not on the planet no more. I
Oh,
think
well,
too.
there's a,
Why the fuck are you
well,
doing this shit to her parents though?
yeah, as you know, Lady Che, there's an old saying in Los Angeles, gonna get them drunk enough to mug them.
Right? What? Why
They say,
did they try to extort the mama or something like that? Or
uh,
wouldn't take her to the hospital for some bread or something like that, right? Financially, they don't want to take her to the hospital, try to get money out the mother or something, some crazy shit.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't
So
add
much.
up.
Yeah, it doesn't. Shout
That's
It
out to
that's
her.
real.
doesn't add up.
That's real soulless behavior, and they never gonna have remorse for that. They never. And then the fact that they hid that or try to extort or try to do some other shit. Oh yeah, it's good when they find out. Because it's only a matter of time. One of them's going to snap and give it up. You know, you
Well,
fucked
with
up
them
now.
being down there, okay, if they were in the U.S., I could see that, but with them being down there in Mexico, from what I understand, your legal officials and police officials down there, they're highly corruptible.
They're still in Mexico,
Yeah, the case
Yeah,
happened in Mexico.
so all the people are still in Mexico.
I don't know if they're in Mexico. The 6 people that went down there with her, I don't know if they're still in Mexico.
Yeah, and they said they're only searching for one suspect, you see, who's supposed to
Especially in
be.
Mexico, man. What's up with the torturing and you can't only pay your way for so much, you know? And there's probably because she's black, and American, they're not gonna pursue it as much as, and even here, man, you can't even get no justice here. So they got to take it
Well,
upon themselves to do something. The mother, father, somebody got to do something.
well, over the years of my existence, where they had black people from the U.S. missing in foreign countries, they pretty much were regarded as low priority.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, in any of them,
Yep.
Yeah.
Even
you
currently,
see.
yeah.
We're seeing that with Brittany
And
Griner. And
well,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, just like as we said
She's a slave in
before.
another country right now. Let's keep
Yeah.
that honest. She's a slave in
Okay.
another country.
And then also too, Lil Boosie, had addressed that issue, a few weeks back, with a live feed, calling out Kamala Harris, have taken
Yeah.
some type of initiative on that. But as you know, with old Cop Mala, being of a common race, with this all-inclusive stuff,
Yeah.
say it's
Yeah.
hindering
It's
her
all
efforts
corrupted.
as well too.
yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about her, and not even in her own community. The community that she identifies with don't even do the right thing by her. And you got brothers standing up for her. And now I think, what was it, up for negotiation again? Either
Yeah.
way, she's either way she's to be honest, she's a slave in another fucking country. She guys are in a work camp. You know what I mean? A work camp. Yeah, she's doing fucking manual labor. That's
Yeah.
it. It's a wrap. And 9 years is pretty fucking excessive for a fucking vape.
Well, there's the old saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
You gotta know the.
Man.
You gotta know the.
Yeah, because me personally, I think the penalty is too harsh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If anything, I think what the damn Russians should have did is that they just should have went on and deported her ass and banned her from the country.
And they short their own pockets, man. She plays in their country. They short their own wallets.
Yeah.
You know, the each all the games bring money to the country and to the events. You know, and they
Well,
shorted their own wallets by punishing her for political pawn, basically.
yeah, and then on that there too, a lot of the cats in the NBA have said, you know, a lot of the men in the National Basketball Association said is that the WNBA players, you know, don't get paid, you know, like they do. You see. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Now with the NBA and with the WNBA, you need to do is merge. Now, what do I mean by this? Okay. All right. Okay. You'll bring in the guys, let's say, as the center. Okay. Then, you know, you would have the women, you know, at the power forwards. Then you would have the guys at small forward. And if I understand the organization of basketball on the team, so it would be like the women are guarding each other, you know, and the men are guarding each other. You see?
Yeah.
Say,
Or do
and I'm
off and
just,
on games.
yeah, right. And the reason why I'm saying that, so that the WNBA players, you know, could get, you know, comparable salaries with the NBA players, is because, you know, you're still going through a lot of competition to get into any professional sport.
And they keeping it
And
real. It's still women on the team, and no men pretending to be women. And then you have actual men playing basketball. They can play off and on games, like one here, one there. You know, and it still be
no, yeah, that's
beneficial.
what yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying, Lady Che. Is like, okay, all right, okay, let's see, you got 5 players on the basketball team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for this quarter, we're gonna have the 3 women on and the 2 guys. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so then, okay, so it will be the women at center, okay, and at power forward, okay, and the
Would there be
small
added
forward.
benefit if would there be added uh, 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 injury pay for the ladies because they're actual ladies
Well, like
getting
I
hurt?
said, that there's something. Well, I'm quite sure that is something that could be reasoned out. You know,
Yeah,
if such a coalition, you know, was proposed or formed or what have you.
it
And
should.
I'm saying that there to say is that way there that the women with that team, you see what I'm saying? You know, that they enjoying some of the wealth too. And then what is happening is then you just doubled the fan base.
Yeah, hey Shabaka,
Right.
I wanted to tell you something. The other day I was listening to a podcast, right? And remember I used to say, if everybody stopped playing football, right? If all the brothers stopped playing football, they would
Yeah,
hit their
right.
pockets,
Particularly in the
right?
championship games. You know,
Right?
particularly in the championship games. Yes.
I heard two people, two different podcasts repeat the same line that you said all this time
Is
on our
that
blog talk.
right?
I did, yeah. I just want to tell you that the message has gotten heard. May not reflect the numbers, but the message is getting heard, and they actually
Oh yes.
dialoguing
Oh,
about it. Yeah,
absolutely.
I
Yeah,
just wanted to share that with
absolutely.
you.
Thank you, ma'am, and I really do. And like I said, the NBA commissioner, he can call me up his damn self, and the number is 516-418-5996.
Sure, maybe Ice Cube will take that under his wing since he's building black teams. You know what I mean, on his own.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Well,
he'll
that's
take that on.
beautiful.
You know what
That's
I mean?
precisely what
That
I'm
would be a
talking
beautiful
about.
thing. Yeah,
No, I appreciate Cube on that one right there. I really do.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've been talking
You
about him
see?
too.
Yeah, most definitely. See, that's intelligent. And I do know the word is intelligent, you see?
Right,
And then on top of that, that they only makes economical sense.
Right.
right. And
See?
keep
Well,
the money and keep the money in black hands.
Oh, absolutely. And then keep in mind, and with the talent of athleticism that we have as a people, regardless of what the league is, we will still be the drawing card.
Right.
The key players will still be, key black players will still be the drawing card.
Yeah.
So therefore, so let's say if LeBron James said tomorrow, well, fuck the damn Lakers, I'm going off with this team right here, along the parameters of what we're speaking of, okay, I'm quite sure that at least 75% of his personal fans will follow him to that team.
Yep.
Mhm.
Facts.
Yeah, the
But
big
And
ticket
and and
players.
the
Yeah.
same thing with the other players as well too.
yeah.
And also too. So let's tell the NBA commissioner, like, check this out, man. If you don't want such a thing to happen, because we will advocate as such, you need to break us off, man. Say like about $100 million for this platform.
Yeah, just keep dishing it out. You owe that. Just keep dishing it out. Yeah.
Right,
So it's
exactly,
satisfactory.
Especially
exactly.
Kyrie Irving to stay in his place.
Right. Right.
Okay,
He
now,
got punished unnecessarily.
and the man has apologized umpteen million times,
He didn't even have
and
to
then
apologize. He wasn't even wrong.
Right.
yeah,
He just
and
did it to
then
save face. Yeah.
okay, but then also too, Lady Chair, I'm sure you're aware of the fact of how Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, Stephen A. Smith
They
referred
got the
to this man,
big C on that.
referred to this man as an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, or the
We're the Unity
solidarity,
brothers. Yeah, we're the Unity brothers.
that's the next thing that I was coming up with. You see,
Hmm.
now they all could say, well, I disagreed with the brother, but then you all attacking the man personally, calling him a bunch of names.
But
When
yet
really they're the sellouts.
these
Really, they're the sellouts.
That is precisely my point.
these same coach bootlicks and sellouts is bigging up Jerry Jones.
No, that's even worse.
Okay, what happened now? Say that again, Brother Jay.
So Jerry Jones, this is completely unrelated to what we were talking about, but Jerry Jones was pictured in a picture from 1957, I believe, of it was either a lynching or something
The
had.
segregation, the school thing.
Oh,
They're trying to keep the blacks out of the school.
yeah, that's.
Oh no, well that is a quote.
The white mob, and they're saying, "Oh, well, he was only 14. You can't hold that against him."
You look at that picture, you see his face. He was with it. He was with it. And
Now
he
who is
wasn't. He
this?
was Jerry Jones, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. So you talking about they
Cowboys,
got a
right?
picture? Wait a minute. You talking about that they got a picture of Jerry Jones at 14 years old who was in a protest against integration?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We need to blast that.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
one is
because
dead.
yeah. So we need to put that on blast, is because that there coincides with old frog face, who I referred to as George Wallace, the former governor of Alabama, that said the infamous line: "Segregation yesterday, segregation then, segregation tomorrow."
His face
Okay,
showed it. His face showed it. He was with it. He was right there in it. He wasn't hiding in the
okay,
back. He was right there in the mix. He was right there in
okay,
the mix. Yeah, he
okay.
almost
And then
taxed his
Jerry
ass.
Jones, there's an old saying where I grew up at: never apologize for how you honestly feel. Now
Right,
let's break your ass.
Right.
right. Run that check. Run that check. Keep running until everybody feels satisfied with it, or not. You know what I mean? Or not. I mean, look
Exactly.
what happened. They punished shit. They punished Kyrie, and he is held accountable for the same type of punishments and not an apology. I mean, he needs to do all kinds of extra shit, like like fucking 82 hours of fucking um education, just off top. You know, he pay them tithes. He needs to pay them tithes to black businesses, black owners. You know what I mean? Not black owners that are the front face that are tokenized behind that white people fund, but actual black shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, pay them
Right.
tithes. Keep paying them tithes. You know, give up your shit. Give up your
Oh,
shit. You
and
know?
then by the way, people, let's mention this one small fact, okay? Is because it's appearing, is that
Ooh,
this situation is gonna make big news.
look,
Okay, so
Shabaka.
this is that's old Jerry Jones right there.
Yeah, he was right in the mix.
Is that right?
Look at
Yeah.
his face. Look, he's smiling. He's
Yeah,
content.
zoom it in.
Yeah, he's smiling. He's right there,
Oh, okay.
holding the brother's back. Yep.
Okay, and that's old frog face right there in front of the news camera.
He looked
Yeah.
pretty peaceful with what was going on.
Okay.
Pay your tithes. Pay your tithes. Pay your reparations. And
Okay.
keep taxing that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, and is that frog face right there in front of the camera?
I believe so. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
old
be
George Wallace.
I wouldn't be surprised. This happened in North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh,
1957. Yeah.
oh, okay. That's the Little Rock 9 case. Yeah. Okay, and let's see, and it was 9 black students that was trying to integrate Little Rock High, and that's Governor Faubus of Georgia, of Arkansas, who stood up there in front of the school, I believe, with an axe, saying that it's not going to happen, and I think they had to send the National Guard down there.
Yep.
Okay, am I right on that? That Eisenhower, who was the president at the time, sent the National Guard down there?
Yep.
Yep. They shoved
And then,
the black students down the stairs. Look at his face though. He totally with it.
Yeah, he totally with it.
Yeah.
okay,
That's all I
alrighty,
see.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna push the narrative, and we appreciate the other stations and black media if you are picking up the narrative of advocating all the black NBA players to board.
And football players.
And football
Okay. Okay, hold on. I gotta answer the phone right fast.
And you know what I find interesting is that this shit came out of nowhere. This broad just allegedly stumbled on this and decided to bring it to the forefront, right? It's just like this picture hasn't been there for fucking a million years, and she
Right.
just allegedly just stumbled upon it and decided
Yeah.
to bring it out to the open all of a sudden. I find that to be awfully suspect. Even though, yeah, thanks for reminding us. You know what I mean? But that's quite suspect. Like that just magically occurred that you're over there looking at pictures and you're a journalist and all of a sudden you just stumble across. Come on now, stop faking the funk, man. Why you do it though? And thank you, but why you do it though? What was really going on? You know what I mean? That you decided you want to go ahead and bring this to the forefront, circle pictures and shit, and zoom in and then fucking remind everybody. Thanks for reminding us. You know what I mean? And then look at this young little whippersnapper over there fucking standing up and fucking trying to force black people from coming into the school and shoving them downstairs and shit. Cameras all in their face. He ain't even near the camera.
No.
He's like one person behind the camera.
Yeah.
Look how relaxed he is.
The camera right there, and then he's right behind the cameraman. Yeah.
Yeah, one white woman, two white women. Two white women. I think that's a woman in the back next to him.
Yeah, right here.
No, next to him on the other big picture.
Right here.
No, next on the big picture. Next to him. To your right. My right.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's
a dude. Is
That's
that a dude? No. This right here in the middle. Yeah, right next to him, right where the circle is. Right next to him on the right, like my right.
Right here.
No, up above him. Wearing a pocket protector and a plaid shirt, so obviously it's a man. Long hair. Yeah, and then one white woman in the back of old boy.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, and no other women anywhere in the picture.
Nope.
What's that about? You know what I mean? Look at the brothers, like they're right there. But look at this brother surrounded in the bottom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Taking trying to whatever the fuck's happening right there. That's really ugly shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so while you just stumble upon it just to bring it back up to remind us that this motherfucking racist son of a bitch has been over there fucking running football teams with black men on it.
Yep. He's the owner.
What did he do? What did he do to her? What did he do to her? Did she must all of a sudden stumble upon this little piece of history again? And then bring up these who gives a fuck if he's 80 years old? Same thing happened with fucking Emmett Till's fucking killer.
Yeah.
That lady was responsible too. And she's old. Give a fuck.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. Care how old she is. And bring that old ratchet ass bitch out here. That shit fucking in her diapers and make her all ugly. Man, what the fuck? We can't hold her accountable because she's old. She's too old to go to jail. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even fucking do a trial. It was like 4 hours there. She's too old. We're gonna send her back to the nursing home. She's too old. No, fuck that. Get in the fucking man. You get in a kidnapping van. You going all the way over back over. And it's
Listen
gonna
to
be real. What's up with the real justice, man? Jesus Christ.
Jones said he showed up to see what was going on, not to
Sure he
participate
did.
in.
He look how comfortable he is. He didn't even break any sweat. Look,
Yeah.
everybody's laughing and smiling and just right there, except for the dude with the cigarette in his mouth. He's like, I gotta be the guard. But look
Yeah.
how everybody's like smiling and like comfortable. These are
Uh-huh.
all comfort looks. They're not like, oh, maybe we're doing something wrong. No, this is comfort. They're comfortable right here.
Mm-hmm.
Very comfortable. He is not breaking a sweat. You see no perspiration on him, like he's concerned.
Yeah.
I just want to see what's going on. Why don't you just wait to find out from your parents? But no, you gotta show up there and be an ass right up at center stage. You just think
Right.
the picture is gonna hide you? There's like 30 fucking white men right there, and you look like them. I don't know how I don't know how they discerned him.
Right.
He looked like everybody else.
Right. He fits right
They
in.
all look alike except for the brunettes. You hear me? How did they discern it was him? Mysteries we'll never understand. But what did he do to her that she gotta bring this shit up all of a sudden?
Right.
What did you do, Jerry? What did you do that she stumbled upon this and decided to bring your punk ass out? Like, look at him. And what the fuck was this about anyway? What did you gain from that? What did she gain from that? What was the outcome? What was the win for her to do this? I stumbled upon it and I thought everybody should see it again. This isn't the first time this picture's been out there. Oh no, this is not a new picture. Where did you stumble upon it? Where did she find it? Where did she find it at?
This is from DFW.
Yeah, but how did she find the picture? How did she stumble upon it?
Associated Press.
Show yeah, okay. What does it say on the bottom? Keep scrolling down. Look how comfortable he is. He probably went home and had a tuna fish sandwich. Let's see. John said, okay, nobody had, they were raised at 70 years of reference and all the things that were going on. Also raised questions about why they were hired a black head coach. Acknowledged in his interview that racial changes, blah, blah, blah. Now the photo was taken. Jones said he was trying to stop a black student. You don't look like you're stopping shit. He wasn't stopping nothing.
Right.
But he wasn't trying to stop the black students from entering school. He said he was only worried he would get in trouble with his football coach. Sure you were worried. Who warned players not to be there. Yeah.
Couldn't have been there.
Yeah, you were warned, but yet there you are, so comfortable.
What's going on here, guys?
Yeah, he didn't even look like that. He's like, oh, we're doing this now? He didn't look like, what's going on? You're like, oh, we doing this? This is real? All right, I'm here. I'm in. I'm just letting me this look. Look how comfortable his big ass ears and shit. I don't know how they discerned him from all the other motherfucking white boys there.
Right.
I mean, look, like a third of them are all wearing the same kind of shirt. You hear me?
Yeah.
How they discern him? You know? The only difference is like, dude, look. The only difference is the brunettes.
Uh-huh.
You know, and the camera guy is holding the camera. But you look
Yeah.
at all the little blonde fuckers that just standing there looking. They're all like, yeah, we're right here. What's going on? No, he was right there, the bigs.
Right.
He wasn't hiding. He wasn't like way in the back. He just showed up. He wasn't up front just showing up. That motherfucker was right there when it gathered. He just shuffled in with all the other white boys.
Right.
Yeah, look, we doing this? Yeah, okay, I guess we're here. How did she stumble upon this shit? Allegedly.
Yeah,
All of a sudden. Like, what did you do, Jerry?
right.
What did you say? What did you offend her? Did you do something bad? Did you do something to her? Because she obviously felt some kind of way to stumble upon this piece of photography that we've already seen. This is not a new picture,
Mm-mm.
right? All of a sudden, I think you need to relive this, black people. And look at who's at the forefront. Not at the forefront. He's just in the mix of it. He's there right in the middle of it.
Yeah,
He's like what? He's like the second row back.
yeah,
How is he? How is he not being there? And he was told, "Don't you go there." Obviously, them fuckers didn't listen.
obviously.
Oh, look at the football players. Oh, we gotta see what's happening. Right. What did you gain? What did she gain from this by doing this? What was the outcome? What did she say she did it for? Has
I
that
don't
been
know.
why she do it?
I don't know.
What'd you do, Jerry? What'd you do? Apparently, you offended some old Karen, and that Karen wants your ass. You know what I mean? The old Karen. I saw a picture of this broad. She was just like, like baffled, like she never seen this picture before. I'm sure you have it. All of a sudden, we're talking about Jerry Jones for what? Why? What did he do that's so special that we got to bring this shit up? What did I miss?
It
What
just
did he
shows
do
that
lately?
it just shows that he's
He's
a white
smart.
supremacist. It's the same
Yeah,
one.
everybody
Person,
been knowing that.
he said you can't have the person that's running the prison.
Everybody been knowing that, dude. I mean, look, he really hasn't made no effort to not hide it. He's in PC shit. He's always been on the fence of PC. He's never really been on black side of things. Evidently, do you know what I mean? I'm
Right.
glad
All
for
right.
it too.
So I'm gonna move us to our next topic. Thoughts and prayers, definitely to the family of Shanquella
Yeah,
Robinson that was killed in Mexico. We'll keep y'all updated on the story.
and don't give in, man. Hold all of them fuckers accountable. Why not? Fuck it. It doesn't matter. They did something really. That did something ugly. Don't give in. Don't say, "Oh, forgive." Fuck that.
No, they need justice. Her family needs justice. They need to know what happened to her daughter, their daughter.
Right. Absolutely.
All right. So the next topic, we had two mass shootings this week. One got hella coverage, so we're not
Oh,
gonna cover it.
oh no, oh man. But are you gonna cut? Oh man, because I'm so angry,
And
man. So angry.
the other one didn't get much coverage, so we're gonna cover the one that didn't get much coverage, and that was
I
the
think we should cover the other one too, just for the sake of argument, because
I'm not covering
that's another leap. Why?
because it already got
Oh,
enough.
cause no, but the I'm sorry. Did you watch TD Hip Hop
Today, no,
when he covered it? Oh, you should
yeah,
catch up because that was infuriating, especially when it comes to the one that
okay,
happened in the Springs. They get reparations, family. Oh yeah, yeah. They get 12,000 or like $1,200 every month.
yeah, that's in
Yeah.
San Francisco.
Oh yeah. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
he's
a wrap every month.
Francisco. That was San Francisco, but yeah, um, we had a mass shooting here in Coral Springs, as Lady Shay just alluded to, at Club Q. It was an LGBTQ nightclub that got shot up by another member of the LGBTQ, who was a known white supremacist. The police knew he was a white supremacist. They knew previously
He
that
didn't
he,
look like the picture though, fam. He didn't look like the picture.
prior to this, and it's come out that his mother and him did racist remarks to a flight attendant on a flight a few months ago. So yeah, we're not gonna cover that because it's already getting enough coverage. What we're gonna cover is the one that's not getting no coverage, and that is or not as much coverage, is the Walmart mass shooting in Chesapeake, Virginia. So this, I got two different articles. Okay, let me play this NBC. This is from NBC News, and it says police identify youngest Virginia Walmart shooting victim as 16-year-old. Police identify Fernando Chavez Barron, following individual honoring all the victims of the mass shooting that killed 6 people at the Walmart Supercenter in Chesapeake, Virginia.
I just gotta straighten myself out. Okay, I'm right here. I'm listening. I just gotta turn the camera off so I can straighten myself out. I'm right here. I'm listening.
Good evening, I'm Kate Snow for Lester tonight. On this Thanksgiving Day, we saw people coming together in the face of tragedy. 2 communities finding ways to share gratitude as they struggle with profound loss and grief. In Colorado Springs, there was a tradition of holding a Friendsgiving at Club Q every year on the holiday. And after the shooting tragedy there, volunteers found a way to make that happen at a community church. And in Chesapeake, Virginia, a community coming together through prayer vigils and a memorial put in place just today to honor the 6 lives lost at a Walmart. President Biden today saying he will push Congress to change gun laws. We'll begin in Virginia with Calhoun.
Currently, Chesapeake, Virginia, a community that should be celebrating Thanksgiving, is in mourning. At this Walmart, 6 people were killed, all employees according to the company. At least 4 others were wounded before police say the shooter turned the gun on himself.
I felt like Irving came out that store. He just opened fire and he literally just doing like this. He was not aiming at anybody specifically. He was just shooting all throughout the room.
Already this year, by one count, there have been 609 mass shootings in the United States. An epidemic President Biden addressed today with reporters.
Can you do anything about gun laws during the lame duck?
Someone's going to try.
What will you find out?
I'm going to try to get rid of us all.
An effort that could become harder next year with a divided Congress. Police say the 31-year-old shooter worked at Walmart since 2010. This video from years ago appearing to show him at the store. So far, there's no word on motive, or if the suspect obtained his handgun legally.
For now, law enforcement will do what they can, and I promise you, more information will follow. Until then, please know that we will get through this.
Jesse,
It's kind of
echoey. It's kind of loud. Like you can't decipher the words on my end. Can you lower your one of your speakers down just a smidge? Just a smidge. One of the physical speakers. Because it's kind of loud. I can't decipher the words. Please, thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Now, Cal, what's the latest information there?
Well, Kate, now that investigators know the 6 who were killed worked inside the Walmart with the shooter, they want to know more about why employees were targeted in particular. We spoke to one employee who said inexplicably the gunman let her go while killing others around her.
Damn.
Yeah, so city officials on Wednesday identified the 5 victims. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know. It says an ad. Sorry about that. They on this holiday shit. So city officials on Wednesday identified the 5 victims. Lorenzo Gamble, 43, Brian Pendleton, Pendleton, 38, Kelly Pry, 2, Randall Evans, 70, and Tanika Johnson, 22. Okay, I think Shabak is back with us. Welcome back, Shabaka.
Welcome back,
Okay,
Shabaka.
thank you. Okay. Hey, I got a question right fast. What is this that we're seeing up here, you know?
So we're going over the mass shooting in Virginia.
The Walmart one. Brother Shabaka. Oh man, all right, he'll be right back. Go ahead. Sorry, camera's kind of cloudy.
A tweet from the city of. Oh, I gotta bring him back in. Okay, can you hear me, Shabaka?
Yes, sir. I'm back. Okay, now what is this here? I'm seeing uploading recordings. This here looks like a new app that you have here.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's kind of weird from the StreamYard perspective. But we'll talk.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I asked the same question when I jumped on too.
New feature
okay.
on.
Well,
Huh?
okay, a new feature on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sitting up here looking at the idiot box. Back in the bed again. Okay, and then also too, I just want to say, all you Biden supporters, once again, we're still waiting for you to call in. Go to our like page, Shabaka's Black Expanse, and on Facebook, leave your insults and whatnot, and tell us why you think we're wrong for saying about old hiding Biden, who doesn't want to do nothing right. And once again, they sell us down a toilet, every election,
Yeah.
like with Herschel Walker with his numbskullness and Hadnock and Uncle Tim Scott, you know what I mean?
Did they call it already? Did they call the race?
No, they got till
No, they
December
have
the 6th, I think.
Yeah.
Man, it's so
Still got to do the
conflicting.
runoff.
Yeah.
So, Shabaka, we're just going over Walmart shooting in Virginia that happened this past week.
Okay,
So
what's the issue that happened last week?
There was a shooting at a Walmart in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Okay.
So we just went over. We were just going over that. I'm reading portions of this article. So I just named out the victims. It was 5 victims total. And then I was going to read this tweet that they sent out from the city of Chesapeake Saturday. FBI and the Chesapeake Police Department had completed their crime scene investigation at the Walmart. The store will now be handed back to Walmart, who will determine what comes next for this location, the tweet said. The massacre was the deadliest store shooting since May, when a white gunman shot 10 black people dead in a racist shooting at the grocery store in Buffalo, New York, according to the NBC News tally. Damn, we keep losing Shabaka.
So it's probably his signal area.
Oh, shit. Sorry. My computer's freezing up. I'm trying to bring him back in. Okay.
Okay.
You're back.
You got me now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like I said, the signal's up. I got the Wi-Fi on, working with it, I guess to get extra signal strength.
Okay. So we were going over the shooting in Virginia that just happened this past week at the Walmart. And it was a black gunman. Sources are saying he's not FBA, so he's either Caribbean or something. And he basically went postal on 6 of the employees.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play this other clip. I think it might have more information on it.
Okay.
If there is another clip, let me see. This article had one, but I guess not. Yeah. This play video. Okay, there it is.
The shooter was a Walmart employee. Okay, so he kicked himself off the planet. He should have did that first.
Right.
The shooting happened in the employee. Shoppers and employees were still inside, said witnesses.
At the other end, like garden area, and it sounded loud. There's so many of the same kind of sound. I didn't know what else it could have been. And people just started running past me.
We are truly saddened that the tragedy took place in the community last night. We welcome friends and co-workers affected by this senseless violence.
See, they just had to keep bringing that shit up, you know. Like I wasn't even trying to focus on that shit, but they had to throw that in there.
Yeah. Wow. All right, so that's USA Today.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. My thoughts on that is when these individuals go out here and do this shooting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now supposedly you're supposed to have the right to the Second Amendment. And I honestly believe if the public did have rights, responsible gun ownership to the Second Amendment. And when you see this type of bullshit, man, and you kick a couple of these motherfuckers off the planet, man, to me, it would deter a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, but with us, for some odd reason in our communities, they don't want us having firearms and whatnot. But, white America is a firm believer in the Second Amendment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that there's just what I was reading off in the book right there about when they had, when the crew had went to Sacramento, May 2nd, 1967. Of how upset, of how they had passed legislation in California to ban you for carrying, the banned open carry.
Yeah, the Mulford Act.
Exactly. And then they showed a clip of the state senator Mulford who introduced the bill, and it was signed into law by then Governor Ronald Reagan before that senile bastard became the president.
Yep. And it's when the NRA started.
Yeah, right, exactly. But it'd be very, very interesting of how the NRA would react, to black people illegally, owning firearms, is because there was even a clip from the what is that there? The show with Joy Bayer and Whoopi Goldberg, The View.
Yeah.
And I believe someone has said that black people have the right to the Second Amendment as well too. But we know the history on that. When our people exercise that right, the tragedies that happened behind that. And then to find out, not getting off topic, but, we are still on topic because we're talking about the mass shooter right there or what have you. So if the people, had open carry like you got in some states, they have very, very low crime rates. I wonder why.
Yeah, because everybody's strapped.
Exactly. So why in the fuck we as a people, cannot have this Second Amendment right? You say, well, we already know the answer. Is because, white America is in fear of black people being organized and armed, period.
Period.
And that's pretty much, what I read off in the book today, the Panthers of Black Cat. Way back then.
Let's hear from Lady. Let's hear Lady Chase thoughts on this. What are your thoughts, Lady Chase? Lady Chase,
sorry, I had myself on mute. I apologize. Well, he went postal because he got fired, or why did he go postal? And I wasn't really digging the one lady that was giving the interviews, I felt like she wasn't all that believable. You know what I mean? Yes, that probably happened, but the way she was saying it was kind of like I just looked over at my friend, like, you know what I mean. It really wasn't. There wasn't a lot of tears, and there wasn't a lot. You know, I expected a little bit more.
Well,
And the way
Lady
she
Che,
gave it was
that's what
like
they
kind of
call
sing songy ish. You know, like
that's what they
almost
call
comedic.
sensationalism.
Yeah,
Yep.
I didn't
Yeah.
wasn't feeling it. I wasn't like I guess when something happens like that, and you're like, he goes this way and I run this way. You know what I mean? And I'm just hoping he's not following me. Well, why would you even say that if he went that way and you went this way? That's one
Right.
part. Two, what happened? First, it was like five or six people. And when did they count the remaining 3, 4? They got blasted in the front and count that with the numbers. You know what I mean? Because for like 2 days, they were just like 5 people died in the break room and 3 other people died in the front. Okay, well that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, like the number is
Yeah.
bigger. You know what I mean? Why are we separating it? It just seemed kind of half-assed of the story. And then not only that, but I was like, no one is truly in despair. Like nobody's really uh irate and angry, or like why did he do this, or we want this or we want that, because in others uh agenda type stories, there was all sorts of demands. And Walmart, what are you doing? This is an unsafe work environment. Or there was
Or
there wasn't really
something.
any real outrage, not even a fake outrage. It's kind of like whatever. But then the way the response was from the government was even worse. Like I think it just really kicked black people in the teeth more with this mass shooting versus the other high profile
Got,
tragedy.
got all the
Tra-
coverage.
yeah, you
Yeah,
know what I mean.
and I got a comment on all the Walmarts is because there was a case in a place called San Lorenzo, California,
Mhm.
which is just south of Panther Town. I think you're familiar with it, Brother Che.
Yeah.
Where they had a shooting in a Walmart about a year ago of a gentleman, who had bought something, and then the police went in there and just shot and killed the dude. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then you hear about these massive shootings at these damn Walmarts. This has got to be about at least the 20th massive shooting at a Walmart, man, in the last couple of years. So maybe we just need to say, fuck Walmart.
Where's the therapy
Yeah. They.
dogs and the mental health treatment? And where's the
Oh, oh,
financing?
oh,
And
oh, 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 oh,
where's
wait
the
a minute. Here,
protection? So where's my
no, this
outrage?
is what I'm about to tell you, Lady Che. This is it. This is why we need to boycott all the motherfuckers because of that and watch how fast they get that shit in order.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they were well, Walmart. You can go back to Walmart. Right? You can
Yeah,
go back
yeah.
to Walmart. There's no big old lights or anything like, oh man, these people just went to work and were trying to go to a meeting, and they shit can this dude and probably be giving him fucked off checks and shaming him in the back or whatever, giving him
Hmm.
unfair work conditions that he just fucking happened to just lose it. Where's the demands? Where's the
Oh, yeah.
therapy dogs?
And then keep in
Where's the
mind,
monuments?
yeah, and then keep in
I'm
mind,
irate because I don't care.
talking to some of them Walmart managers and shit like that, and the damn checkers themselves, they got some foul attitudes towards you because you work at a fucking Walmart.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow,
because
straight.
like
That's
I said,
unfair.
I got into it with a couple of the employees entering the damn store. Just like over there in Oregon, I go into a Walmart. Oh man, you got to put on a mask. Okay, give me a mask. What's the first thing this motherfucker want to do is give me a damn woman's mask.
Oh.
And
you're
I said, hey,
clearly
homie.
you're clearly not a woman.
Yeah, and I said, hey, homie, I'm not no woman. Well, that's all we got. Well, it seemed to me, motherfucker, you need to go get some, for everybody that coming here, for male,
What about a
female, and the
scarf?
trans.
Can't get a
Yeah,
scarf
any
at least? A
damn
bandana?
thing.
Be
Yeah,
like, give me a
something
bitch
like that.
mask.
Yeah, but you're gonna sit up here and hand me, a mask, that has chiffons on it.
Right. Clearly you're awfully alpha male-ish, I can't
Right.
see you, wearing
Yeah,
chiffon or
right.
daisy or pansy or
Yeah, okay,
you know what I
okay.
mean?
Now, and
Just
once
give him a
again,
bandana.
okay, and then you're supporting my premise even more. So, what indication did I give to you, motherfucker, that it was appropriate for your sorry, stinking, broke ass to come to sit up here and offer me some women's clothes?
Right. Right. Where was your
Well,
mind at, dude?
yeah,
What
well,
gives
that
that
that that.
fucking yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
well, and then it says, well, that's all we got. Well, it seems to me, man, you need to go tell the goddamn manager, man, you need to get some men's mask up here too.
It's Walmart. They got like 50 of everything. He just
Right.
Well,
being a
that
dick.
is okay, but that's just it, though, Lady Che. That is precisely the point that I was making, is that he's trying to piss on my head and tell me it's rain and
He
say, well,
tried to
man,
feminize you in Walmart. He tried to feminize you in Walmart. That's really
well,
what was
that's
going
not
on.
gonna happen. Okay,
Hell nah.
okay, see, that wasn't happening.
He's like, join the club.
Yeah, just say, and
No.
just like I go into a damn Walmart about a year and a half ago needing some work pants. So brother Che, what's the first thing we generally grab? A pair of Levi's, right?
Yeah.
To go do some work in. Okay, so I see old Levi Strauss logo up there, San Francisco 1850, when y'all started the shit when motherfuckers was bum rushing the gold. Okay.
Mhm.
And so, I get my dimensions, inseam and the waistline that I've been buying for the last 40 years,
Right. You should know right
So,
now.
yeah, so I go to put my pants on and I'm like, wait a minute, man, this is a little snug down here.
They
Yeah.
have no
And
limits, man. There's no
and I go
limits.
back and I take them back. I said, hey, homie, I need, the men's pants, the Levi's. Oh, well, that's the style, sir. And hey, man, check this out.
They gave you
Start
some.
digging in your pocket, man.
I need room to breathe.
Yeah,
I need
exactly.
room to breathe.
Yeah, hey, man, start digging in your pocket or your cash register, man, because you're going to give me some called a REFUND. You ain't going to disrespect me.
There's
Right.
no limits, man. They're not even in Walmart. Is there a fucking limit to the defeminization and old tight ass pant wearing that shit? Fucking,
No,
there's
yeah,
no
that's what I'm
limits, man. There's
saying.
no limits to this shit at all. You can't even
Yeah,
go to
yeah, what
Walmart to
kind of
get a
shit
pair
is
of
that?
pants.
And then here's something for you. I read somewhere on this stupid ass smart news or some of these bullshit ass news apps that take all the power out your phone. Boy, this man was working at either Chick-fil-A or he was working in a semi-fast food restaurant, right? And generally, when you work in places like this, you got to wear a uniform, right?
Uh-huh.
This dude insists on coming to work in women's clothes, and the manager told him, he said, look, man,
Fuck out
this
of
is
here with
about the
that.
fourth time you did this bullshit, man. And you know what I'm saying? We can't have it. So then, he launches a complaint talking about civil rights being violated and all this old type of shit, And the company is clearly telling you of a damn dress code that they got, but you want to come up here be a man wearing women's clothes.
How's this even acceptable? That's against the dress code policy.
Right.
And
Yeah, right. Yeah,
wouldn't be no hate. It's just you're not following the rules for your own
and that's what the
safety.
manager did, and he sent his ass home twice. And then it goes to the human resources department, and they tell him, well, you got to wear appropriate clothing for the job.
Right.
Right.
And what the motherfucker do? He come back
Complain.
wearing women's clothes.
He must like grease burns and shit. He must like grease burns and falling on his ass with grease all over the floor and shit. That's stupid. That's stupid.
No. What that is right there is this, right? This is a motherfucker that's going a little bit too far with this bullshit, okay? Because you
He's trying to live
applied
the
for the
part.
fucking job. You ought to be glad they gave your sorry ass a job. And you could do the least goddamn thing, man, to do what they tell you to perform the job.
Right.
Right.
It's just
That's
the
why
basics.
it's called a fucking job.
I mean, even women wear pants.
Right.
Yeah, but the point is though, Lady Che, is this. is that with this cross-dressing bullshit, okay, this bullshit is getting too extreme.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
really fun. It really is. It really is, man. You don't even want to know. I'm so angry,
Yeah,
so
and
irate.
then the first thing, that
Can't
these
even be PC
closed-minded,
about this.
nimble-minded assholes want to say, particularly on this fucking social media shit. Oh, well, you're violent, community stingy, there's hate, and all that. Man, just stand up and be a goddamn man, shit.
Right.
Shit. And for fuck's sake, man, we don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need this shit shoved down in our face and it fucking propagating a fucking multi-trillion-dollar industry fucking agenda, leapfrogging over fucking actual fucking civil rights and oppression. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. No, no,
Also,
no, no,
I'm
no.
fed
Hold
up,
on.
man. I can't
No,
be
no, no,
PC right
no.
now.
Hold on. Now, hold on a second. Glad you brought up the civil rights movement. Okay, now, how would the people would feel who went out there and died for civil rights? Okay.
Right.
How would the people feel those who went out and died exercising their Second Amendment rights, right?
Right.
And worse yet, how would their survivors feel that you gonna sit up here and try to equivocate this effeminized ass shit to civil rights?
I have the audacity to make demands and actually be accomplished by it. And then we just sitting back chilling.
Right. And then when people acknowledge your fact, okay, you have your human rights and your civil rights, but still though you want to take this shit to another level.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just so demanding. The
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I
audacity.
mean, how in the fuck is a motherfucker with a 5 o'clock shadow, okay, number one, wearing women's nail polish and eyeshadow gonna tell me that he is a woman? Hey, homie, I don't see no
Wearing a dress and
estrogen
still walking like a
nowhere.
man. You wearing a dress and you're still walking
I've
like a
been seeing,
man.
I've been seeing more and more men wearing nail polish. So I'm like, what the hell?
Dude, I was riding the bus the other day and I saw somebody panhandling, obviously identified differently, a white person, a white man in a dress. That man walking up and down the curb in a dress, right? Walking like a man. Talk about anything will help. I'm like, this is really fucked up because I'm actually a woman wearing a dress and I was still walking like a lady. I don't give a fuck what I look like. Still walking like a lady, but you had the balls, man, the audacity. And then later on, I taking the bus back. Happened to be on the bus talking about his right. He's not being treated fairly, and he's so oppressed and this and that. And I was like, it's a choice now. You have a choice. You're choosing to be in a dress, cuz.
Right. You're a white man at that.
You're choosing. This is a choice. And you want
Right.
everybody to get on board. Nobody can get on
And
board with the choice they got of the color of the skin.
all right, and then I would tell that motherfucker there it is here word for word. Well, first place, man, I think it's an insult for you to come up in this attire, man, to those who made the ultimate sacrifice to get civil rights.
I was like, man, I'm a woman. I'm highly offended. I'm actually in a dress and stockings like a regular woman.
Okay, now,
Highly
that's
offended.
another thing. Glad you brought that up. I think the women need to go out there and say that they don't approve of this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck being PC now. Cause family, they just keep getting all your money. Oh yeah. And I'm not even gonna be PC about this shit because it's an industry, it's a choice. These motherfuckers are choosing now. It's not like they were living a whole lifestyle for fucking decades. It's a choice now because you can get all these benefits and shit and protections and whatnot.
That
Such.
part. But
You know what I mean? And so women can't get shit now. We don't get shit. Barely lucky if we eat outside.
Yeah, but getting back to the topic, to your points about the earlier when you were saying that, it's been like 30-something shootings at Walmart.
Oh, yeah, so I'm talking about, over the last few years, they're having a high amount of these shootings at these Walmarts. I mean, what's causing, well, I can understand, the workers going off. Okay, but you got members of the general public coming up here shooting up these damn places. I mean, what is pissing the people off? And what is Walmart doing to piss people off, the general public and its employees, to go to this extremes?
High prices. No food on your shelves.
They don't pay their employees shit. They don't give them time and a half. They don't give them no kind of benefits. I mean, it's a
Right.
shit employer.
And your empty
But
shelves.
the data
Right.
showing that the tragedy in Chesapeake, Virginia, is the 36th mass shooting in our database to take place in a retail establishment. These shootings claimed 217 lives and injured 227 more, and they have been increasing over time, with
Damn.
2019 and 2020 the worst years on record for retail shootings. Retail shootings are most common in southern and western states, and 2/3 take place in urban locations. The perpetrators are all male except one woman who committed a shooting with her male partner.
Okay.
Retail
And
mass
then of course,
Hold
yeah.
on, one more point or two more points. Retail mass shooters are white in 56% of such incidents and black in 25% of recorded cases, and ranged in age from 18 to 70. Although 60% were in their 20s, around 1 in 10 were employees of the retail establishment they targeted. And
Mm-hmm.
the perpetrators usually use one gun, 58%, and 1/3 of the perpetrators or perpetuators used an AR-15 style assault weapon.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard out here
Okay.
for a black
All
man.
right. So, which means is you got a trend, you got some type of massive hysteria. I mean, is it the goddamn GMOs affecting these motherfuckers' minds? Is it the price of gas? Is it the bullshit food that they're putting in there? Because none of the shit is natural. That's why we emphasize grow your own food, or is it all of the above? But it's damn sure it's got to have some type of cause for this. It's because this is an upscale trend.
For the
I,
in the black defense, it's hard out here for a black man. You got a
Oh
whole
yeah,
bunch of shit
right.
going
absolutely.
on.
So
Postal
it
is
goes on.
like the list of it.
It goes on to say that 2/3 of the shooters are suicidal. 26% had a prior suicide attempt, and another 37 intended to die during the shooting, and around 30% were experiencing psychosis. Although uh, perpetrators were only acting on their hallucinations or delusions in 11% of retail shootings. Half of the
Okay.
perpetrators have had a known prejudice against a racial or religious group.
Okay, now with that last point there, brother Che, that you said is just like, what I'm reading here in the book here. Point number 7, okay, and what it is that they want black men in particular demasculated, disarmed, and taken out of mainstream society.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about, straight black men.
Yeah.
Okay, now the cold part about it is just to show you this society's fear. What is it about us that you fear about us in these contemporary times? Now, I can understand white America being scared 50 years ago as well as the fuckers they should have been. Okay. Okay. When black people were exercising their Second Amendment rights. But what is it
Mm-hmm.
now in these contemporary times? Okay. That makes it appropriate for this society to figure that the life of a black male ain't shit.
Genetic annihilation. Like Dr. Francis Cress said, it's genetic annihilation.
Indeed.
They're dying out. There's few of them being born.
Okay. 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 And then, of course, too, the strong black male that they don't want to recognize, they're in fear of, you see.
Mm-hmm.
So, and as Dr. Newton said, is that anytime that you take away the slave image of the black male in mainstream society, you're going to scare white people.
Period.
And he said that shortly before he died. And that was in 1988, I believe.
89.
Yeah, 89, yes. And then the sad part about it is as we are going here into the 20s now, And it seems like from the teens, they have put about 3 times more pressure on to demasculate black males.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the norm for Billy Porter to come out there to the Academy Awards wearing a dress.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible.
I wonder if he wears a dress at home with his real people.
He probably does. And as weird as Hollywood is, he's probably got about 25 dudes up there fucking him in his ass. Excuse my language, and I don't mean to be vulgar, but Hollywood is its own planet.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's why we took the live feed down there to the corner of Hollywood Boulevard and Highland Avenue that I promised for about 6 months prior to, and told them what they were about themselves.
Yep. She's getting weirder and weirder, Shabaka.
Hey, that's why I went down there on Vine Street between Sunset and Santa Monica and past Netflix and the Screen Directors Guild.
Yeah. Yep,
See?
I remember. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck Netflix. Now I'm glad I know where you're at. Support Mike Tyson. Give him his money. You motherfuckers up there telling his life story.
Right.
I forgot about
Give
that. Yeah.
Mike his money.
Give Mike his money.
Give that man his money. Okay,
Right.
and I'm quite sure Mike still has got some left over from his fighting days, but give him all that he deserves, because that's a brutal business. Plus, Mike Tyson was one of the greatest heavyweight champions of all time. He was the youngest man to win the heavyweight crown.
Yeah. Yeah, give Mike his money.
Yeah, give him his fucking money. And fuck you, Netflix. And I will show up at your goddamn door and tell you the same fucking thing to your face.
I don't know why everybody's so afraid of Netflix, man. Just do the right thing, Netflix. Everybody's incapable when they got those high situations. You know what I mean? So they just don't want to do the right thing.
Right. And then at the same token is, that man was in a brutal profession of how he made his money.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yep.
And if you're going to tell his story of what he went through, to make a mark on life, compensate that man.
Right. So I
don't give a damn how much money Mike still got left from his fighting days. It's a brutal business.
Yeah, it is. But Shabaka, I'm gonna move us to our next topic. We got 3 more topics to get to.
Absolutely.
White supremacist in New Jersey calls the police on a little black girl.
Wait a minute. These white supremacists did what?
Calls the police on a little black girl.
How old was the little baby?
9.
What in the fuck did these grown ass, sick ass motherfuckers gonna call the police on a 9-year-old child for?
I don't know, but we're gonna get into it. So
they're saying the little girl was spraying bugs.
Spraying bugs. I guess they have a bug infestation problem going on in New Jersey right now, and the little girl was going around collecting these lambing flies in their neighborhood, and the next door neighbor called the police on her. So here's the video.
Okay.
Hi. How are you? What's going on?
Stomp It Out campaign encouraging residents to kill the invasive bugs.
Up on the sidewalks and trees on Elizabeth and Florence. I don't know what the hell she's doing. It scares me though.
Did you have any clothing description or anything?
She's a real small woman, real tiny. She's got on. You can't miss her.
Hi. How are you? What's going on? Is that your mom? What's that? Oh, what are you using to spot there? You trying to catch him? Is this your mom coming down the street? Okay. Someone just called in and said that she was alone spraying something on the grass. She's catching the oh, you know what? Yeah. Can I just get your information? Sure. I'm sorry. Joseph.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I guess he saw it. I'm not sure.
Does he not live across the street from me? And I thought, wow, yeah, somebody else helped her. She's like, just came to last one. She's like, Mama, she's infested.
She's obviously fun.
We are.
You're obviously next door neighbors.
I yelled at one of his mother's wife.
No, you're not in trouble.
How many did you kill? How many trees did you save?
They're bad. It's water. She's catching lantern flies. She said she lives right here. Yeah, she's catching lantern flies. All right, I'll see you later.
Racism, intentional or not, is still racism. I'm not here to label anyone, only to share my point of view as a Black woman, a Black mother, and a Black resident in this town. She's not only doing something amazing for our environment, she's doing something that made me feel like a hero.
That motherfucker was racist.
Hi.
She scared him. That's what he said. She scared him.
Okay, Lady Che, what you're looking right here is what I would refer to as, over the course of my lifetime, as institutionalized racism. Okay, now let's say if the little girl was white, okay, and those calling the police on her were Black, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only would the cops take forever to get there, but I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts that they would have told the Black people who was calling, if in the scenario, if the scenario was reversed, calling the police on a little white girl, well, don't call us again, otherwise we're going to charge your ass for making false accusations and shit.
Right.
Look at all the white people in the city council.
Damn officer was with the bastard that called him. Talking about,
He even called her a weirdo. He even called the little girl a weirdo.
Wow.
Yeah, he should be fucking shamed every time.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah.
What you do? Calling the police on a little girl catching fucking catching a bug that's eating the trees. Some people like fresh air.
Okay, so therefore, she's probably helping the college out, because I'm sure the tree appreciated. If you had some, eating on you,
right?
And somebody came along to alleviate that pain, because a tree is a living creature.
Yeah, she's doing a service.
Right.
Get a little girl an award. Instead of fucking calling the police on her. Man, fucking insensitive. Oh my god.
Oh, it's downright insanity.
Like he ain't never
seen all the white people in the city council.
Yeah.
Just sitting there like no remorse, no feelings whatsoever about these people talking about some grown ass fucking crybaby whiny ass motherfucking neighbor who don't like Black people, calling on a little girl, talking about she's like a woman, she's real small, and he's scared. He was scared of her collecting bugs. What a dick.
Right.
They called her a weirdo.
Yeah.
That's what she's doing. Oh yeah, no, fuck that. Shame that motherfucker. Every chance you get.
Right.
And his family. Fuck him, because that's all generational.
So this is a picture of what she was collecting. Real invasive species. And it's been taken over northeast, I believe.
They're kind of neat little bugs too to look at. I'd want to collect them too.
Okay, so she's going out collecting her some critters. Okay.
Yeah, this is harmless, but they're not harmless. But look, they're kind of interesting. I can dig it. Let her do her thing. She wasn't hurting nobody. Fucking creating like a 3-day friend, 3-day pet project. What?
Yeah.
I done collected all kind of bugs, man. I still collect shit.
Okay,
know?
now the part that
Yeah.
pisses me off right here, I'm going to say fuck the city in New Jersey, and I'm going to say fuck the whole goddamn state of New Jersey. If you're going to sit up here and train your officers and waste resources of the taxpayers' money on bullshit like this, okay,
They're kind of pretty.
then they need to dock his pay.
They're kind of
Yeah.
pretty little bugs too. You know, like I could dig it. I could see why she wanted to pick them off the tree and collect them. You know, they're kind of
Ma'am,
pretty.
that is the first time I ever seen a critter like that before in my life.
It's kind of neat with the colors and everything. I could dig it.
Now, I'm wondering is if that motherfucker designed like that, because I ain't never seen nothing like that, if that might be
Neat.
one of them damn drones that Silicon Valley was supposed to be making on that they said that they were gonna disguise ass bugs.
Shit, she saved some she saved some motherfuckers then. Give her an award. Give her some
Yeah.
bread. She's saving the fucking people from being snitched on if it's like that. You
Right.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Man, do good. She's doing good. She was doing good deeds. No matter how you look at it. You know? And it kinda neat to look at. I could dig it.
Yeah.
She wanted a 3-day pet. You know what I mean? Really, they probably last like 3 days in containment. I can dig it.
Mm-hmm.
Why do that to her though, man? Why do that to the mother? Whew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a bunch of dumbass shit. You know? Yeah.
Ain't got nothing better to do. Now you stay right across the street from them. So you see this little girl every single day.
Yeah.
But now you're talking about you're scared. And she's spraying something you don't know. And
Water.
Come out.
Yeah, see, and that there's a case of what you would call pissing on somebody's head and telling them it's rain.
That poor thing, she was like, am I in trouble? No, they should be in fucking trouble. More trouble than what they got. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, I agree. And plus that, it's a waste of the damn city's resources because they're paying the cop to be out there. They're paying for the fuel of the car. They got to pay for the maintenance on the car. You see what I mean? And then just suppose, that there was an emergency that was needed, but he's deployed on some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see? It don't add up.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah.
Especially if you're black.
That part.
So it looked like I don't think they're FBI. I think they're either Caribbean or African, because I sense the accent. But either way, like, this is clearly racism, white supremacy. Dude ain't got nothing better to do than call the police on a 9-year-old black girl.
Doing a service.
Doing a service to the community.
That's fucked up.
Can't make this up. Welcome to America with a triple K. Shame on you, New Jersey. So our last two topics of the night are the Unhoused Neighbor News and the Unhoused Neighbor Sweeps. So the sweeps continue. Me and Lady Chair are back on the email list, so we get notified when there's going to be a sweep. Because I see a sweep scheduled for this week on Tuesday. And I want to say the Capitol Hill area.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Hancock is still ushering out these sweeps. There's no stop in sight. We got people that's running for mayor that's talking about they want to enforce the camping ban if the camping ban wasn't already being enforced already. And it's just ridiculous. They said that we can do better 4 years ago. It's going on 4 years now. They said that we can do better, and they're not doing better. They're doing worse. So they're still doing the sweeps. They're still traumatically displaced. Right. We got people living, sleeping on rocks and boulders by Stout Street Hospital now. It's not even a clinic no more. It's called a hospital. And we got ugly fencing and all over the place. It's just horrible. Like
And
down
what's the average temperature there tonight, Brother Che? Or
right
for this
now,
time of the year?
right now it's about 36 degrees. But earlier this month it got down to like below 10 degrees.
I was just outside. It was very windy, very cold, well chilly, really windy though. When I was
Okay,
outside
so
a
which
minute
means you
ago.
got a wind chill of probably maybe about 2 or 3 degrees below zero.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got a
All you
storm.
got to protect yourself is you're in between boulders and rats and fucking all kind of other shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucked up.
Now, here's something for you. I can even see if these rich folks up there in Hollywood will do this. Take some of that money, pool some of them resources, and bring some of those people out there to LA this time of the year. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, they're shipping immigrants all over.
Yeah.
Why
No,
not?
that's my point. No, that's what I'm saying. You know, you got to get them out here to the west, to California. You see what I'm saying? Because the weather is not that extreme. Even if it is pouring down rain out here, you're not going to get 10 degrees below zero. And the further south you go in California, the warmer it gets. You see? Now in the Bay Area, it can get down to about 25 degrees.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about folks, you know, on the worst day of cold.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to get 10, 15 degrees in the Bay Area, but the worst it has gotten has been down to about 26 degrees, and that was way back in 1972. Okay? So, you know, that there just proves the point that, well, hey, you know, it's warmer here.
Mm-hmm.
You already got homeless out there, and I think Libby Schaff, if she's still the mayor of Oakland, that she was, you know, doing something to accommodate, you know, the homeless, you know, and still trying to get them some housing. And then Gruesome Newsom has got Operation Turnkey.
House key.
Yeah, there in California. Where there's that research that I've done that some people are getting up off the street and they're getting a halfway good deal.
Yeah.
But it's mighty funny that Gruesome Newsom are only doing that around election time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They want to step it up, man. It's always when they want to step it up.
Mm-hmm.
Little did I know, we are actually outside seeing this shit firsthand every day. You know, so that's one thing that they can't really take that and ride with it on their campaign. We actually outside. You know, different times, different, you know, whenever fuck we feel like it. Just cause, you know, it's really serious shit. It's ugly, very ugly situation currently, and I'm kind of proud of my unhoused family. Go ahead and build yourself tents on them motherfucking raggedy ass motherfucking boulders. Cut down a fence or two. Fuck it, why not?
Right.
Why not? Fuck it.
No, but Lady Che, when
I
you
see
cut
them break down
fences
and shit.
No, but still, that's
ridiculous.
that private property. See,
they fence it off public property. They don't want to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I think people. I'm glad, family, that you're putting tents in the inside of them fences.
Yeah. To secure themselves, they have a right to self-preservation.
Right, it's dangerous out there, and yeah, make it hard. Fuck it. You know, like it's only you're only gonna actually get what you want until you continue to stand on your feet and stand on this shit, because they want to throw you in jail or not give you what you need because they're misappropriating the funds and approving shit that don't benefit the unhoused, even though allegedly it was supposed to be for the unhoused. But the AMI is ridiculous, and they just want you to eat it. So go ahead, man, do your thing. I'm proud of them. I really am proud of them. I hope they make it harder and harder for these motherfuckers, because you know what? It's really terrible. It's terrible that our state is taking the people's money and doing the worst shit with it. It's terrible that you got to run these motherfucking campaigns and pretty duck dance to raise all this money, but there's people outside freezing to death and starving, living amongst vermin in between fucking boulders and shit, getting sweated by the police. Yeah, it's real ugly. Like I don't it's
Mm-hmm.
okay to raise all this money and have galas and fucking other shit. You know what I mean? It's really a nice. It's a real good look, Colorado. Real good look.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
me saying it. I don't care. That's me saying it because it's the truth. You know,
yep.
Right.
Raising
I'm
all this
all with
money.
the people. I'm all with the people standing your motherfucking ground and making it hard for them to fucking do what they're supposed to do. They've been taking your money and putting it somewhere else. They don't
Yep.
give a damn. Why
Now
should
it is.
you?
And every 10 years, they're talking about, oh, we got a plan to end homelessness. That done came and went.
Yeah, there's so much of a plan, right? That
The Hickenlooper.
yeah.
And here we are almost 20 years later, and
And
ain't
for
no.
the white people family, the white people don't want this. The white candidates, man, they're very serious about it.
Out
We
of
want to
sight.
eradicate this.
They want out of sight, out of mind. They want, we need to
Uh-huh.
enforce it, man, not repel the
They don't want Denver
kid.
to be held accountable for their dirty little secrets and shames. You know that they've been trying to put in jail and hide away. We can't
Yeah,
have that. I mean,
they started.
Jesus.
They started that basic income project. So, Lady Ted, do you know anybody that received any money?
No, and I told like 8 people. Damn, they held their hands, men and women. I'm sorry, I couldn't go along with, I couldn't go along with certain agendas. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I did tell all my black friends and family. I did do that because they are more than deserving. More than deserving. I think it's a fucking atrocity that they gotta live like this, and and that it came out like that. Look, it should be able everybody should be able to apply for it and try to qualify. It shouldn't just be right off the gate. Women um women and people
Trans-
women that identify differently. That's that bullshit. What about the men? What about the men with
right.
families? Right? What about the elderly women? What about the elderly men? What about just being a black man or woman out there in general? Oh, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that. Fair is fair. All things being
And
fair, I
approved
stand with the people.
City Council approved $2 million for this income project.
With stipulations, though, it wasn't fair for the people. It wasn't fair for the men. It wasn't fair for black people. Period. Okay, it
For a
wasn't fair.
2
And
month program that
uh,
provides unconditional cash transfers to unhoused people living in Denver.
what about? Let's talk about this too. What about the unfair recently opening of these housing projects right there for the unhoused that isn't being utilized fairly? What about that? We don't talk about that though. Oh, we're gonna talk about that though. We're gonna talk about it when I talk about it because I don't care. I stand with the people. I'm with the people outside. I'm with them because
Right.
I see you government. We see you fucking off the
Shabaka did
money and shit.
something similar in San Francisco. I heard with London Breed. She's
Yeah,
on a program for transgender people to get $1,200 a month out there.
that's let other people talk about it. That's your money, black family. That's your money. If they're so quick to make demands, right? They
So
got
this is
everything.
This is saying the project will provide 820 individuals experiencing homelessness with cash payments ranging from $50 a month to $1,000 per month.
Not there. They said flat out 1,200
No,
every month.
I'm still talking about
Oh
Denver.
here. Oh yeah.
Denver Basic Income Project Partnership. The project will provide 820 individuals experiencing homelessness with cash payments ranging from $50 to $1,000 a month.
I told 8 people, and damn near held their hands, okay, through the process of it all. Told them what day to go and everything. And I just watched it right there. I just watched it with my own eyes. Right. They fill out the little paperwork. kind of semi-smile, and say, "Oh yeah, we'll get back to you." And they're no, there's no getting back to you. They know who exactly they wanted to give that to, and they know who they enhanced their lives and why they did it. They know it's they know it's terrible. It's
Look,
fucking bad report.
these must got a whole website up. Dear Denver community, thank you for your interest in the Denver Basic Income Project. We received over
And you know what?
2,000 interest forms in just the first opening.
Everything that happens
All would
with the
apply. However,
stimulus
we have limited.
and Tabor funds, all these little extra monies. You know what's terrible is that people like me and Jesse can never qualify for it. We can't even get fucking new housing or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's a terrible thing, but it's meant for it to help everybody, right?
Hmm.
Right? No,
They got
it's
all
how
these
you lies.
stipulations.
It's not for it. No,
Yeah, so I'm gonna get.
it's cherry picking. Sorry, Jesse. Go ahead. I apologize.
Okay. So, however, we have limited capacity and application slots available through our partners to complete application intake. At this time, the interest form is now closed. If you are if you already have an existing or recent within the past 6 months relationship with one of our partner community-based organizations, please reach out to your contact there to learn how to apply directly. CBOs are accepting applications through November 3rd at 5 p.m.
Hmm.
Now,
Okay, that's a good thing.
but the eligibility here's the eligibility requirement. Individuals are eligible to pay if they are connected to one of our base organizations, partnering with DPIP or DBIP, are experiencing homelessness, meaning they are without consistent, secure, and safe nighttime shelter, which includes living in motels, hotels, camping grounds due to lack of alternative adequate accommodations, sharing housing due to loss of housing, economic hardship, or similar reasons, i.e., being doubled up or couch surfing, living in cars, parks, public spaces, abandoned buildings, living in emergency
Hmm.
shelters or transitional shelters, people whose nighttime residence is a public or private place not designated for or ordinarily used as a as regular sleeping accommodations. Three, they do not have severe or unaddressed mental health or substance use needs.
Okay.
Four,
Now,
18
go
years
ahead.
of age or older.
Okay. Now, off the West Coast, out of Los Angeles. Okay. I believe that the county of Los Angeles was trying to put up some type of a transitional screening, for the unhoused, to where it's
Mhm.
okay, we'll get you off in this location, for a couple of nights, but while you're here, we're going to screen you to see if we can get you, like I say, about 10 or 15 days, off the street. And I think the city of LA, I said, repeat, I think the city of LA, repeat, I said, I think the city of LA is trying to look at not abandoned county property or city property, but city or county property that could be converted, for emergency type of shelter.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
So now,
they be
Okay.
looking good. Yeah.
so remember we
Yes, because
sorry. Remember we were talking about how this was only for gender, uh, non-binary and women.
yeah.
And on their website it says anyone can any under frequently asked questions it says can anyone participate. The project is accessible to anyone, and all qualified occupants may apply regardless of race, color, religion, gender, gender identity or expression, sexual orientation, national origin, genetics, disability, age, or veteran status. Individuals are eligible to receive cash assistance if they are connected to one of the community-based organizations participating in the Denver Basic Income Project, are experiencing homelessness, and do not have severe or unaddressed mental health or substance use needs and are 18 years of age or older.
Okay, so basically, if you're not too fucked up, but you're just in a fucked up situation, you can come on down there and get it, right?
That's what they're saying now.
That's what they say now, yeah.
Okay. All
There's
right,
been
that's something positive.
countless articles saying the contrary, yeah.
Okay. Now, also too, folks, looking at Black Friday results here, coming across the mainstream media right here. They're talking about that that Black Friday is not as up as it should be. And so they're showing a slight decrease in Black Friday. Okay, that's a good thing.
Good.
And really what it is too, now this is the more reason to go up here and start some type of entrepreneurship for our Unhoused. And that's another thing too. And I'm just putting it out there, for the Unhoused neighbors. If they're going to have these programs, at least try if they can to put some type of entrepreneurial or pre-entrepreneurial ventures there for those, who like to work for themselves.
Right. Yeah, I
Okay.
agree.
I mean, if the motherfucker want to get out there and say, hey, man, I want to sell apples for a living or to get something going, then they need somebody to line them up with an apple orchard or apple warehouse. You know what I'm saying? Discount this dude, give him a table, give him a chair, let him sit by the freeway, give him a permit. He's got his temporary housing, but he's showing that he's trying to come up. And he don't dig what the fuck he's doing, but at least that person knows that they got a place to go lay their head that night.
It's part of the Paris plan.
Yep, that is part of the Paris plan.
Okay, I mean, train the motherfucker to sell apples if you have to. Train them how to wash windows. Train them how to sweep the damn street, in front of stores and stuff like that. Because Lady Che was mentioning the fact that you all have a rodent problem in there in Denver with the homeless like they do in L.A.
Yep.
Yeah, that's part of the Paris plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly what you
Okay.
said.
Good. Yeah.
Part
Good.
of,
Good.
Jesse's
Good.
plan. Yeah.
Good. It's because I remember one time I'm walking down through Skid Row. I think I was going to the wholesaler to get a jacket or something, down there near the alley.
Yeah.
On Santee Street, Brother Paris. I'm sure you're familiar with it, right? Okay. And I'm walking and I feel something real firm hit my right foot, and it damn near knocked me down. You know what I'm saying? When you're in mid-stride, and guess what the fuck it was?
A rat.
A fucking rat.
Oh yeah, it was getting really ugly during the summer.
Yeah,
Really
and
ugly
he was
out
on
there.
the move to something, but the point is what I'm saying is the danger that presented to me, because just in that swift movement right there, that motherfucker was infected with rabies and bit my ass. Guess what?
You have
That
rabies.
ain't, when I was unhoused, I was over there by the Samaritan house, and I was just late night observing the street on the corner, sleeping on the outside a sidewalk, and motherfucking I was sitting in one of those little camping chairs, and I had a blanket, and my legs were stretched out, covered up, and a motherfucking rat ran up my blanket into my face, and obviously screamed and threw that motherfucker across the street. They went on a whole attempt to fucking light them on fire every time I see them. Until somebody said they have feelings, they have souls. That motherfucking vermin, man. That shit scared me. And I didn't get over it for like 6 months. Every time that the wind blew my hair wrong, and the little feet just pittering patting. I was sitting on my cot one time. We come up on some shit. Sitting on my cot, swinging my little legs. I'm only like 5 foot tall, and motherfucking rat came across the bottom of my foot. I wasn't riding for another 6 months. Then we had to shift over because the police actually shut our whole fucking block down. We're gonna go across the street, and I'm holding the block down. I'm holding everybody's shit down while they move for like the whole night. They're moving from one end to the other, and I see a motherfucking rat coming out of the Samaritan house on the backside, big ass black rat, staring at me for like 25 minutes. I was like, "Please don't come over here. Please don't come over here." What did the motherfucker do? Come right over
Okay,
there.
hold on. Sad news
Come right
that
over
just
there.
came across my desk here in Las Vegas. Just got word that Irene Cara who was a movie actress, okay, that played in the original film called Fame, who was a singer, has died.
Oh,
Damn.
Okay, and guess how old she
She the
was?
dancer? Was she the dancer?
Yeah, she played in the original movie called Fame that they created a TV series off of
Yeah.
with Debbie Allen.
Yeah, that's fucking
And
terrible.
Irene Cara, she was in the original Fame, and she was also a singer as well too. And she is dead. And guess what age she was?
49, 59.
No, I'm not gonna say the age, but she was the same age as me.
Damn.
oh. So she was in her mid-60s.
He said
No,
he wasn't
early
gonna say the
60s.
age. And
Yeah.
also too, we lost a hip hop legend today too, as well. I
Who
forgot.
is that?
I gotta look it up. But he died too. He was in a couple of bands, a couple of groups. I forgot. I gotta look it up. I don't have it on in front of me, but yeah, we lost somebody today too. Lost a couple
Okay.
people actually lost a couple people today, from what the Newsbreak article said. That's terrible.
Okay.
Terrible shit. Oh, and a
Okay.
sports anchor. I think we lost a sports anchor too. Sports newscaster. Older man, 80 something. Yeah. Been
Okay.
all
And then
over the news.
I'm coming across some mainstream media here saying that the University of Oklahoma needs some more recruits. Police departments need new recruits. All
Hey, I
right.
saw a
Well,
commercial for the Denver sheriff too. I started
yeah.
laughing too.
Yeah. Well,
Too
here's
late.
what they need to do. And I'm just making a suggestion. Okay, cut these assholes' budgets in half and take what you're gonna say right there. Like if you got $100,000 trying to hire these race soldiers, okay, cut it in half, give 50% of that to unhoused neighbors, and then you ain't got to worry about no sweet.
That's where all their money is
Right.
going.
Yeah.
Already going
No,
to the
the
police.
reason
Yeah.
being, no, it's serving two purposes. One is that you funding, the unhoused so they won't be homeless, and then you cutting the workforce involved that goes out there that throw away these people's possessions.
Yeah. Right.
So
Like,
that's a double
speaking of that,
whammy on that one right there. And
I'm
I'm
writing a
sure the
little thing about that.
unhoused
Yeah.
who are eligible to vote, will vote that, because there's nothing worse than being in that situation than having what little small personal items that you have gone.
Yeah, especially since the people throw it out, and
Right.
the unhoused are just repurposing it, and they
Or
deserve comforts too.
reappropriating it.
Yeah, they deserve comforts too.
Right.
Well, of course. Of
You
course
motherfuckers
they
throw
do.
everything away. So just throw everything away, and you can't let them have nothing, and let them have clothes, blanket, anything to sit on, to keep themselves shaded. Mm.
Yeah. And it's not a question that people don't want to work. But what is happening is that they allow these assholes to get so greedy is that they sucking up all the resources, taking away the ability for people to work. Case in point, they want one central market, grocery store. They want one central bank, and they want one central retailer. See, so that just goes to show you the goddamn hypocrisy of when these assholes talk about, oh well, we believe in free enterprise. Okay, well, if you believe in free enterprise, then why do you spend so much to curtail your competition?
Right.
It's hypocrisy. That's not even a paradox.
I don't even see
That's hypocrisy.
ready labor van drive around and try to pick up the Hispanic dudes that always like to work on the corner. They're standing
Yeah.
there waiting for a job. I haven't seen the ready labor van or the temp worker van drive
Yeah.
up and try to pick them up in months.
Yeah.
In months. In months.
Mm-hmm.
Them guys are out there
Mm-hmm.
just waiting, and then they just sit down and wait and wait and wait and wait. Every time it's different hours. They're just sitting there waiting, and they'll be lucky if they get something to eat or ice, glass, or a bottle of water or anything like that while they're waiting to
Okay.
go to work.
Okay,
Terrible.
now you know what that goes to show? That's on the same principle that when the Great Depression hit almost 100 years ago in 1929, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where that old saying came from, you can't get a job selling apples.
Yeah.
That's what motherfuckers had to do, is go out there, and sell apples and produce, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what's happening with these temp agencies right now. So their demand for their services is going down.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean?
It's hard out there for the
Okay.
man. Hard out there for unhoused male. Our unhoused man is very hard out there right now for an unhoused man, regardless of age, whatever. It's very hard because they actually
Right.
want to do something and they're not getting an opportunity or chance at all whatsoever. Not for
Right.
housing, work, any kind of opportunity. It's very hard for an unhoused man.
Okay. Now, this is why we must get our children out to public indoctrination centers, okay, and control our own homeschooling, because at least while they're working on their careers, they could learn some type of skills such as auto mechanics, refrigeration.
It's part of the Paris plan.
Okay, yeah, woodworking, painting. You see what I'm saying? In other words, you would have some type of skill or something that you could fall back on to keep you self-sufficient.
Yeah, it's part of the Paris plan.
Okay, because when I was in Denver, Colorado, you know what I used to do? Sometimes I would go around with a bucket and a squeegee and some water between like March till about October, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd go around there and I was washing windows.
Shit, when it snowed before I got sick, I used to go shovel driveways in the neighborhood just because. You know what I mean? Just because I needed some busy work, and then I'd be lucky if they gave me something. I'd be really enthused about it, or raking leaves. When before I got really sick with my heart, and I was like walking around like a regular woman. Yeah, oh yeah, I used to do all kinds of little odd jobs around the neighborhood, especially to earn a little bit of money.
I've done that, the 4 winters I spent in Denver, Colorado, when money got short, I'll go take me a snow shovel and start knocking on some doors.
Yeah.
And then they will say, well, we ain't never seen you from. Where you from? Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll fall out laughing, man. What the hell are you doing here this time of the year and you from Los Angeles?
When I was homeless in California for that little brief stint that I was homeless out there, I couldn't get any kind of way to earn a little bit of change, because I like to earn it. I feel really bad about asking for it. I want to earn it, or panhandle a meal or something. I want to earn it. Well, can I wash some shit? Can I take the trash out? Can I do something? Can I earn it? And I found it very difficult for me to be unhoused there, and where I was, they weren't having it. They would arrest you if they caught you in like a up on a hill in like some trees trying to hide out. Oh no, they're flashing on you. They're taking you down. They want you to go to Tent City or whatever.
The things that you have to understand about California and the city of Los Angeles in particular, it is a police state.
Yep. Oh yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Okay, it is a police state. Okay, and then and what it is that California, particularly in Southern California, they don't want to recognize the fact that California is a right to work state.
Yep. So
okay. Yeah, you see, because you got some states that are not right to work states, but you got some states that says that you have a right to work.
Colorado's an at-will state, so they can fire you for any reason. And they don't have to tell you.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much, what they are doing today, with a lot of these jobs, making it easier to fire you, because what's happening is what the game is, what they're not telling the general public. How many times have you heard that classic line? Okay, you're working in an office. Okay, well, such and such didn't work today, so you have to do his work too, in addition to yours, to keep today's daily's function going on. Then that means, motherfucker, that you are digging in your pocket and you giving me the salary for that day for the asshole who did not show up today.
Right.
And you want me to do his job.
Yeah.
See, that type of bullshit.
Yeah.
Dude ain't in. Okay, so we need you to do his job too, but you're only paying me, for one.
Yeah, the states are definitely cheating the people.
Oh, absolutely. And it's designed this way.
Yeah, they're not allowing it to work. Even if you wanted to work, they're not going to let you work.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's because what they want to do is that they systemically want to deplete you. They want to keep you depleted of resources at all times.
Yep.
I say that's what they want to do. They want to keep you depleted of resources at all times.
Yeah.
Say to keep you broke, to keep you in a state of dependency, want to
Dumb
crumb
down.
bomb on innovation. You see what I mean?
Yep. Depending on the system. So all this to shame you for wanting to get off the system, but they keep you in it in a revolving door of fucking
Hmm.
lies and motherfucking thievery and deception and fucking I don't know misappropriating. Oh my god, I can go in all day about this.
No, what I
So
call
irate.
it is, to keep you in a state of dependence as opposed to independence.
Yeah.
Say,
Yep.
and it's usually some fuck who's sitting on his ass and you doing all the work, and he's getting all the money.
Yep.
Yep.
Say that's where you get off into the concept of wealth distribution.
Yeah.
And the Black Panthers, they had a point on that one there too, Brother Che. And one of the wants, they feel that if the people cannot, enjoy the wealth or cannot get out here, and participate in wealth generation, then it needs to be taken from the business people and have co-ops, you see, for grocery stores, you know what I'm saying? I would even imagine if you get enough doctors and dentists to go with it, like for doctors and dentists as well too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. A co-op is where the service or the store is community owned.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And if you can get some professionals to develop, a concept for that, as well too.
Yep.
Say,
That's part of the Paris plan.
yeah, they say, to have the community become self-sufficient. And then also too, Brother Che, how many points of your plan do you have for the Paris plan in your campaign for mayor, sir?
Of the
I think like really
we have majority of.
I think ultimately without giving too much away, what's not on the website is about 37 different points
The Paris plan.
37 different points. It's not on the website. It's actually being constructed, like 37 different points of building not only building up the people, but creating different environment and for self-sustainable growth with the people.
Okay.
You can't rely on the government to do the right thing, So you
Right.
figure out it all leads back to one thing, but there's so much word salad, and the city's locked in to certain agreeable contracts to benefit the tourism and the building and gentrifying of the city, that the people
Mm-hmm.
are locked out, and so in order to sustain some people and to create a different type of life that's beneficial for Black people. It's 37 different points of progress that Mr. Paris wants to
Okay.
do for the
Well,
people,
Jesse,
for the Black people
here's a
specifically.
suggestion, man, for you. No, you're welcome. As you know, you're the co-executive producer. Produce a show, man. On Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, man, emphasizing that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then hit everybody that you can in the city of Denver, and then of course, if we get our usual people, that call in, from outside of Denver, that'd be great too. But you can get the message out like that.
Yeah, because it's all beneficial to put Black people first. You got to create something different instead of going with the already status quo. The status quo is
Right.
designed for us to fail, and it's not going to allow
Okay.
us to win. So we got to do something different out the box.
Right. And then when the opposition comes at you, well, what about this Black First campaign? Boom, 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 and just say, hey, well, Politicians of other ethnic groups, right? When they come to office, they serve their people first anyway.
Right.
Right.
That's what
Okay,
Henry. That's what
right.
our first Latino mayor. He served the Latinos first. He gave
Okay,
them.
I don't have a problem with that.
I think that what I never put on the website is for our own benefit because I'm tired of people stealing our intellectual property or whatever I draft up or create for that has been discussed with Mr. Paris. Uh, I'm tired of that shit, so I
Oh, you
decided to
got
do
to get
stuff
it.
offline for to create it differently uh, for the people so that nobody else could steal it and try to run off like it's their idea and try to win when they're already on some democratic shit. They've already been accepting. They're already bought and paid for. The independent is not bought and paid for. It can't be bossed. Can't be bought. And
Okay,
it's just a
all right. What
problem.
you could do? Okay, I think that what he could do, he can get the intellectual proprietary rights on that,
Yeah. Yeah. I'll look at
and
text
I
about it. We
think,
gotta talk about it offline, off the thing. Yeah.
yeah. There's a way to counter that easy.
Oh yeah, because it's
Okay,
fucked up, and I'm tired of people saying that so and so is so intelligent, when in fact, and it's not even an accusation; it's the fucking facts. No, there's
right,
no came out of somebody else's creative genius, and every time it's been something stolen from a creative genius, the creative genius has to go recreate and create some more
right,
genius shit and just keep it to themselves for the benefit of the campaign, just for the sake that Mr. Paris can actually have a fucking chance so that he
right,
getting robbed of other chances. You know what I mean?
right,
You're welcome.
right.
You're welcome. Fuck y'all.
Okay,
You're not gonna steal from us anymore and drag us
yeah,
and then
yeah,
act like you're so smart when we know you're a motherfucking idiot and you take notes when I'm speaking or when he's speaking. So
Yeah.
you're not gonna get to do that no more. Thought ahead.
right,
Now you gotta wait till when it comes time for debates
Yep.
and people want
right.
to see actual show and prove paperwork. Yeah, you can look at it then and eat a dick.
Right.
Real shit. Tired of that shit. He's not that
Yeah,
smart,
well,
family. Not that smart.
yeah, well, you when it comes to politics, like Jeff Fart over there, don't want nobody, speaking against his program. He shuts his people up. Now, if Jeff Fart, gets wind of what I said and Mr. Fart, the number to call in is 516-418-5996. Okay.
See, the thing about dragging individuals is that when you drag somebody and then later on your shit come out to play, real shit come out to play, then white people stop donating and stop giving up your money. So
Mm-hmm.
I would just stop altogether and just let it be and let a man you look you it's cool. We accepted it. We've been knowing no we ain't gonna get your voucher, we ain't gonna get your votes. It's cool. We're good with that. We factored that in. We factored it in. So there's no need for all that. So in as from Brandy's perspective, I would just stop or you go dry up your white money.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop or you gonna dry up your white money. Where you can't be bossed or bought. You're
Yeah.
independent and you just do whatever the fuck you want to do because power's taken. You don't got to worry about your white money drying up because you ain't got no bread of allegedly. I mean, from the look of it, you
Right.
can't do it. But in a good way, uh, rather see the people eat and be housed than
Mm-hmm.
fucking pretty duck pandering and doing all this extra shit for no reason just
Yeah.
to debate. It'll happen
Mm-hmm.
regardless.
Yeah.
Power's taken.
Mm-hmm. And then also too, then you need to put them career politicians too on the spot.
Yes.
Yeah, I would just stop fucking
Okay.
with it. Stop throwing dirt. You don't want your white
Yeah.
money to dry up. You depend on your white money. Your
Right.
white benefactors to like dry up and turn the other cheek and say, I can't fuck with you. You don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Stop it. Just stop. Just stop.
Mm-hmm.
7
Right.
donation.
Yeah.
Best nation.
I'd rather see people eat and be clothed and warm and not losing their feet and fucking fingers and shit. I really
Mm-hmm.
would. Versus raising a
From
fucking
frostbite.
$500,000 for no motherfucking reason just so you could debate.
Mm-hmm.
debate anyway. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're gonna do
Mhm.
anyway. Real
Yeah.
problems. Real problems.
Right.
You know, you can't stop a fucking unstoppable fucking force that is determined to do something right for once.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, you gotta do something right for shit. And I don't understand why people don't want to. I don't understand what's wrong with us when you want to change. You want change, but you're not willing to get on board. Okay, cool, but don't get on board later.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So on that note, thank y'all for tuning in to season
Mm-hmm.
2, episode 36 of the Front Line Blacc News. We'll be
Mm-hmm.
back next week with a brand new episode, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. In the meantime, make sure you check out our other platforms, Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on Blog Talk Radio every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And the call-in number is on the bottom of the screen, 516-418-5996. We would love for you buying supporters to call in with
Right.
questions and concerns.
I want to hear from
And
the
also,
new Trump supporters. I want to hear from the new Trump supporters about Trump jumping in. I want to hear what's going on with their wavelengths. I want to hear what they think they're like. And brother Shabaka, offline, I'm gonna tell you, I got a show that I really need to get off my chest, but I'm gonna talk to you about it offline
Okay.
after we end the show.
Okay.
And the revolutionary agenda will probably be going live tonight because I feel extremely frustrated and just not giving
Okay.
a fuck. Anyways, I feel like doing a
Okay.
program.
so y'all stay tuned
Mm-hmm.
to the revolutionary agenda today, because it's now today. And stay black, stay dangerous, peace, love, light, and black empowerment. Did y'all have any closing y'all want to state before we close out the show?
You
Yes,
said
sir.
my
Okay.
closing.
Okay. And on my closing, Brother Che, like I said, man, you're welcome to program a show, emphasizing the Paris plan for the next episode of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced.
Okay, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse
Mm-hmm.
said my closing. I usually say stay black and dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said it for me, so
Oh,
black
yeah.
power, black power, black power.
And then my closing statement, Black Power always, and protect yourself at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. We'll catch the flip.
Okay.
Peace.
Mm-hmm.